Hello. Happy Sunday. It's been so long since I've streamed. I mean, I did last week for level 5 Vision, which is very exciting. And then, what else? Yeah, because I was sick last weekend, and I still am, but it's not that bad. It's like, I'm like getting over it very slowly. Like I have like the aftermath, like occasional cough, but I promise you I feel significantly better. Um, but also, yeah. I walked a lot yesterday. My body is very achy. It was a lot of exercise, and oh my god, it is killing me. So, yeah, I'm gonna stretch a lot. And if I randomly say ow, that is because my body's muscles are very mad at me. Is my window open? No, it's not. Okay. But yeah, that's where we're at. We're almost done case 2. I'm hoping to get it done today. I would like to get it done today. Case 3 is really fun. But I also want to see what the rest of case 2 is gonna be like. This whole game's really fun. I really can't complain. I enjoy this game a lot. But yeah, they had some crazy news this last week. Level 5 Vision, or not Level 5 Vision, Tokyo Game Show had Layton demo, which was really good. I watched it. I would definitely suggest watching it if you haven't done already. Really, really good and very cute. And it makes me feel a little bit more confident with where they're going with frickin' New World of Steam. Also, my guy, Gunman Joe, he's great. I love my guy. He's the gunman ever. But anyway, so there's that. Ace Attorney put a introduction video out last night at like 2 in the morning. And it's like going through like every single game in which they remembered every single one, including Ghost Trick, but did not remember to put Lena vs. Raiden, which I'm incredibly annoyed about. They should just stop forgetting to add Lena vs. Raiden to things. Thanks. It makes me so annoyed, but whatever. It's probably for like copyright issues, but still, it is disappointing that they just try to forget that it exists, even though one of their games is like literally just that mechanics from Lena vs. Right and then some. It's crazy. But whatever. I have a lot to say about that. But I won't say it here. I'm just annoyed. I am always so annoyed that they mush Ghost Trick with Ace Attorney, because Ghost Trick is significantly a better game than literally all Ace Attorney, and it's not even related. Like, there's a way to do singular games that are somewhat similar, but also different. I don't know. I don't think we're ever gonna get, like, a Ghost Trick sequel. I really don't at this point, because they're lumping it in with Ace Attorney, which is always so sad. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at today. Let me turn this off. Oh, my body is killing me. Alright, hopefully this works. I've been playing Echoes of Wisdom, if you can't tell. Anyway. Oh, it's not working. Why is it not working? You're supposed to be working. Come on. Come on. One second. Let me try this again. Oh. There we go. You can see all of my games. It's crazy. But yeah, I've been playing a lot of Echoes of Wisdom, and I did not open Ace Attorney Investigations 2 when I started, so it's okay. Hopefully the music's okay. It's a little higher than... Oh yeah, it's a little too high. There we go. Hopefully that's fun. Oh god, I'm so happy to get back to this. There we go. Yeah, that should be good. I'm making it so I can actually see it on my side. Yeah, I'm gonna make it the music a little higher. Hopefully it's not too loud. So... Okay, yeah, we're recreating the crime scene with the little thief. I think. Which I'm very excited about. I saw a screenshot of this, and I think it's so cute. Here we go again. Let's hope we can find something this time that'll finally reveal the truth behind it all. Although, that might be easier said than done. There's nothing left to investigate. Judge Gavelle's deduction yesterday. Right. I forgot about that. There is another possibility, one that you seem to have overlooked. I can't do her voice today. I'm so sorry. I don't know why it's making it so it's hard for me to do higher voices, but it's fine. The well in the yard. Could a body not have entered from the tunnel from there? Ow, my back. Ooh, ow, that really hurts. Okay. In summary, the body must have been thrown down the well and moved to the workshop. At some point during the show. Tell me, who else could have done that but Mr. Saint? Stop blaming my guy Simon. What has he done to you? Oh, what just happened? Oh, is it breaking again? Oh, I hate this. Oh, hello, Grovey. How are you doing? Run around doing work too, but I have been in the VODs for this too. Oh, yeah. I freaking love AAI2. Let me restart that. Sometimes it glitches, and then it's rude. Are we good? Okay, we're good. Thank God. Every single time, like, it does that, I'm like, is it actually gonna die? Or, like, are we good? How are you doing, Grovey? How's it going? Had Knight's body really been thrown that well? The answer to that question will surely show us the way forward. I can't do a Miles voice today. I'm so sorry, folks. This is the post-sickness cannot do voices moment. And it's really sad, but it's okay. We're playing, and it's fine. Before we begin, I should tidy up my organizer a little. Unnecessary evidence have been removed, remaining evidence rearranged. In my struggle to meet my weekly comic quota. Good luck! Yeah, I keep seeing your posts about that, and I'm like, damn, that's a lot of work. You got this, I believe. Let's see here. There's a cover on it. Dried up well, slap bang in the middle of a prison? Figures it'd be locked. But luckily, I'm a master lockpicker. Want me to do my stuff? That's also not the case, voice. Oh, we're doing something today. We're doing something today. I think not. We'll do this investigation by the book. Come on, don't be such a stick in the mud. Whoa! What is it, Kay? The lock's broken, and from the looks of it, it's been broken for a long time. This is furthering the Kay Faraday Herlock Sholmes ancestor. Headcanon? Not that I necessarily agree with the headcanon, but it's furthering it. If that's the case, then anyone could have thrown McDyke's body through the well. Judge Gavelle's theory was that Mr. Saint carried out the murder here in the yard, and then, during the performance, he threw the body down the well. What are you thinking, Miserino? Plausible or not? Miserino. I love how they made Fender be the way he is in the remaster. It just brings me so much joy and happiness in life. He's so well written. Oh, why don't we see if Missile can help us out again? He'll be able to tell us if Mr. Knight's body was in here and which way it went. Good idea. I'll call Detective Gumshoe. Alright. I want to see the boy. Oh, can I even do a Gumshoe voice? Well. Gumshoe speaking. Detective, I need your assistance. Come to the prison yard and bring Missile with you. You bet, sir. Gumshoe's 7 secret weapons to the rescue again, huh? Actually, that's not a bad Gumshoe voice. I've done worse. It's okay. Pretty sure Missile belongs to the precinct. I'd also like to bring one of our witnesses. Call the Berry Big Circus and ask Miss Regina Berry to come down here with you. Yes, sir. I'll be there before you know it. So, what shall we do while we're waiting for Gummy? How about a quick game of hide-and-go-seek? Fun idea, kiddo, but where exactly will we hide? He's not seriously considering it. Your game can wait, Kay. We need to call on one of your more practical skills. I think you know the one. Oh, you bet I do. One crime scene recreation, coming right up. Say what now? Let me show you. Introducing a great thief's great secret weapon. Little Thief. Freaking love the Little Thief. Oh god, I love Kay's theme. I love you, Kay. You're such a good character. Freaking love her. Whoa, screen's appearing from thin air? This is some next level tech, little sis. Want to talk me through the deets? What are you doing now? The deets. I'm inputting everything we need for the simulation. Allow me to explain. This is Mr. Thief. It's a device that recreates crime scenes at specific moments in a time based on the data you feed it. How about I start us off with a recreation of what the yard looked like yesterday? Good idea. That was when they were in the middle of tearing down the stage. We didn't pay much attention to the well then. Who knows? We may have overlooked something. Leave it to me. I'll use the photo I took. Beepity boop boop boop. That's all the data. Just gotta pump the projection power to the max and... Dark skies of evening, when no other bird dares face a wing. One alone remains all-seeing. Now witness the true power of the real modern-day Robin Hood. God, I love her. Yikes! What is this? God, they're so... I love it. It's so good. It's a recreation of how things were yesterday, modeled on the data I gave Little Thief. The gadget was a tool used by the original Yatagarasu. But they used it to plan robberies. That's the word. There's no harm for us using it on something on the right side of the law now. Oh, but keep it in mind that it can only recreate what you tell it to. You can't simulate things that it doesn't have data for. And if the data itself contains mistakes, then you'll wind up with those same mistakes in the recreation too. This particular recreation is based on Kay's photo, so we shouldn't run into any problems. That's enough preamble. Shall we get started? Oh, interesting. Okay, alright. Don't forget, you can examine stuff in the recreation, just like in real life. You can also present evidence to try to clear up any inconsistencies you find. Of course. Thank you for the reminder. I'm gonna get stuck on this. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna get stuck on this. Now, let us take a look at the well. No, I'm not looking at the well, Miles Edgeworth. I'm looking at the elephant. What was the name of our trunk-happy friend again? Azia the Asian elephant. Azia looks so good in HD. The shading is just very tasty. I don't know, I like it. Of course, how could I forget? Not exactly inspired though, is it? Was Miss Berry having an off day when she came up with it? Oh my gosh, Mr. Edgeworth! Not in front of the poor elephant herself! I'm enjoying how they're mixing, like, I mean, this is what, I mean, they had to do this, I mean, they didn't have to do this, but, like, Ace Attorney style is such an interesting mixture of, like, very painterly backgrounds, kind of, with, like, incredibly cel-shaded characters. I like it. I don't know. It's just really, it's just an interesting way to merge those two styles together, but like make it work in a scene. But I think it's like more readily apparent with like this game, given that there's like with the HG sprites. I don't know. I like it. It's cool. Now that's one impressive fence. I'm sure I could climb it if I... Please don't. It's electrified. I wonder what's on the other side. Warden's office, I believe. I guess she likes to keep a very close eye on her pets. This facility would probably function better as a zoo than a prison. True. This pond is home to Warden Lagarde's beloved alligator. Look! Those bones must be from her latest meal. Someone doubt an alligator can pick a carcass clean like that. You think? I got a feeling she was rather ladylike in her own way, actually. If you say so. Well, I do. I kind of have a sixth sense for these things. An interesting talent. No, not one that I'm particularly envious of. Okay. Alright. Alright, okay. A wicker basket. Or rather, a cart given the wheels. Hey, wouldn't it be fun to hop in and race it down a hill? It would be fun. Okay, you're so real for that. I would do that. Actually, I wouldn't do that. I'd be too scared. But the thought is there. Oh, you know what else would be fun? Racing down a hill on office chairs. Oh, that's also true. That is also true. I was just talking in a Discord server because I walked an absurd amount yesterday. Like, a crazy amount yesterday at work. And so my body is in a lot of pain because it's aching so much. And someone was like, you know what if you just like roll around with like office chairs and stuff just to do everything that you need to do today? I was like, you know what, that is really tempting. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll just, you know, roll around the house with like office chairs. Not that I could actually do that because I would fall, but like it is tempting, you know. Whatever, it's fine. It's a good ache. It's a good exercise ache. It's like I moved a lot and I exercised a lot and my body was not used to exercising that much. So it was like, oh god, what are you doing? Kind of energy. But it wasn't bad. It's just, yeah, I don't know. It's been a day. Where did any of that come from? Alright. Power room, right? This door appears to be locked. Want me to open it? Can't guarantee anything, but I'll certainly give it a try. No, if we deem it necessary, we will simply ask for the key. Spoil sport, it could have been my chance to shine. You're free to shine somewhere else, but you'll not make an audience out of me. I really wonder if it would be possible. I mean, I guess it would. I don't know. If it would be possible to play this version and the fan-translated version at the same time. Because I know that it's possible to look at the fan-translated, what is the word for that? I don't remember the word for that. The transcripts for the fan-translated version at the same time as playing it. But, oh, it would be so interesting seeing, like, a YouTube video that had, like, both of them playing at the same time for the whole game. That would be an incredible amount of work, though. Like, that would be a crazy amount of work to do that. But it would be really freaking cool. I also don't know if it would be allowed to do that, but, like, I don't know. I think it would be interesting. Anyway. Yes, this is where the circus show stage stood. Do you think people would be interested in a great thieving show? I would be interested in a great thieving show. I'm sure the police would be very eager to attend. I would see that. I would go watch that. Anything for UK. A great thief's great secret weapon. Call me intrigued, Miles Areno. Not exactly by the book stuff, though, yeah? Using great thieves doodads in an official investigation. Whoa, enough of the death stares, Chief. I'm cool, okay? I can keep it a secret. Anything for the truth, am I right? Am I right or am I right? It's possible that vital evidence have already been destroyed. Without Kay's reproduction of the scene, we have no hopes of finding it. Hey, relax. Like I said, I'll just zip in and nod politely while you cast your thing. Thank you. That would be very helpful. God, I love how they translated. I love how they localized my guy Eddie. My guy Raymond. So good. These chairs must have been for the audience. Wow, I pity who had to put them all away. Really, why? Ha, you clearly never had to fold up a bunch of boring chairs before, huh? Not personally. I've told other people to do it, though. Yeah, you would. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, you gotta roll up your sleeves and help out once in a while. Well, consider it. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's actually look at the thing they told me to look at. I'm procrastinating, if you can't tell. We should examine this area carefully. It may just hold the clue we need. Gotta examine every nook and cranny, am I right or am I right? Looks like this was designed for racing and lowering a bucket. No signs of the bucket, though. This is true. The well was behind the stage, which means there aren't many people who could have thrown Knight's body down it during the show. This is looking worse and worse for Mr. Saint. What are a bunch of pulleys doing here? They don't seem to be well pulleys for lifting buckets. Are we not going to talk about the towels? Okay, whatever. Whatever, we'll not talk about the towels, I guess. There's a sturdy-looking hepro laying on the grounds. Kinda reminds me of the ropes we used for playing tug-of-war at school. The answer is no, Kay. What? I didn't even say anything! Yet. I see it also has a metal stick. Okay. Miles, you should have played tug-of-war with Kay. It would have been funny. Come on, Miles. Come on. Oh yeah, it looks like something you'd use to put up a tent. There was no tent, was there? In which case, what was it used for? Oh, dear lord. It's a metal weight of some kind. It looks like it weighs... Reflection makes it a little tricky to read. Do you remember how heavy it was, Kay? So... Interesting, because I remember reading the translation article. Is this one of the things that they changed from 30 pounds to... I don't know how many grams. Insert amount of grams here in the things that they changed. Because if so, that's really interesting. Sure, it was 30 pounds. It was like 33 in the original. Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, interesting. Huh. Cool. Alright. What does anyone need such a heavy weight for? Anyway, oh god, sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, there we go. I'm okay. Doesn't seem related to the circus show at any rate. So what do you think all this stuff around the well was used for? Can't see any of the animals needing it for their part of the performance. Indeed, nothing immediately strikes me as likely purpose. We'll have to ask Miss Berry later. Regina, where are you? I suspect that's all we could find for now. Detective Gumshoe should be here soon, too. Hey, can you power down Mr. Thief now? Sure thing. Prepare to return to normality. I'm sipping some water while you return to normality. Nice. Sorry, sir. I came as quick as I could. I believe that. Oh, Miss Wall, look how cute you are. You're such a little boy. Let me zoom to this little. Look at this little guy. Look how cute you are, you little silly. Oh, I love how they use the breaking of, like, his backlines to make him look like he's, like, really thoroughly growling. Like his sprite liner. It's really satisfying. I like it. It's good. Ha! Speak of the devil! Ah, detective. That was indeed impressively quick. You know me, sir. Never did like to keep you waiting. I love you, HG Missile. HG Missile is so freaking adorable. Love that guy. Love the little bufferino. Thanks for coming all this way too, Regina. No problem. This seemed way more fun than rehearsals, so I ditched some from the day. Oh, it is so hard doing her voice today. Ooh, okay. Alright. It is such a high voice. Okay. It's very much appreciated. Alright, detective. Let's get started with Missile. Yes, sir. Hey, Missile, over here, boy. What's the matter? Come on, boy, come on. What's wrong with him? Looks like he's scared of something, sir. Oh, yeah, that would be it. Eek! Oh, I love how... I was going to talk about the shading again, but I've already talked about it. But the shading on that alligator is very tasty. Alligator! Guess he's not a fan, sir. Well, I doubt he'll be much help to us like this. Any other bright ideas, Mazzarino? Yes, actually. Miss Berry, would you mind lending us a hand? Oh, I'd love to. Just tell me what you need. Do you want me to teach Allie some tricks? Some ghost trick, Phantom Detective? For the Nintendo Switch and Steam and what else? PlayStation? Question mark? What else? 3DS, I think? It was a 3DS game, right? No, is it a TS game? I don't remember. Whatever. I don't doubt she could do it, but nothing quite like that. I'd simply like an account of what the yard looked like during the show. I like where this is going. You're thinking of using Little Thief again, am I right? You know what's also entertaining to me? Is that the props in the background when they go into, like, their talking sprites, they all leave except for the background, so it's like the elephant, like, dissolved in, like, thin air. Because, what was the elephant's name, the new name? Azia just is no longer there in the wicker basket and all that stuff. But there's a few props in the background that stay because they're all painted on. I don't know. I think it's silly. If you'd be so kind. Okay, I've plugged in all the data. Firing up the simulation. Oh yeah, look at him. Ooh. I saw a screenshot of this and I got really excited. Look how silly he is. Hello, Simon, you look so silly. He's doing his job and he's really happy about it. Look at him. I like him. Did you know I like him? He's very fun. Here you go. This is what the yard was like during the show. The time in which the body was purported to have been thrown down the well. HC silly guy, circus man. Oh wow, this is so amazing! It's like magic! No magic here, just sweet, sweet data. Which is why... The area behind the stage is missing. Yeah, Regina said she wasn't involved in getting the stage set up. So we don't have any data on what it was like back there. No data, no simulation, huh? Brutal. I'm so sorry, you guys. It's all because I let Simon do everything by himself. Oh, no. It's all my frilly associates' fault. Objection, Fender. Anyway, we've got a fresh simulation now, but we still have to have the other data too. Switch back whenever you want to the recreation of them taking down the stage. So we can examine the scene both during and after the show. Switch between the two at will. We can switch between recreations using X to talk with K. Now then, let us continue our investigation, shall we? God, he looks so good! Also, that elephant is stanced. That is a stanced elephant. Very funny. Also, the tiger looks great. Very good. Very good. Alright, let's look at this first. The basket was empty in the other recreation. Oh yeah, but it was definitely empty in the photo I took, too. Oops, sorry! I made a mistake when I was filling you in earlier. Oh? The basket's for holding Azia's food, but the morning of the show, all the apples that were in it had vanished. Poof! Totally forgot to mention it. So sorry. Disappearing apples. I should make a note of this. It's pretty suspicious. Pretty sussy, if I do say so myself. It's the pen that held Azia, the Asian elephant. Now empty, as the lady herself is on stage. I wonder how they got her here. Oh my god, that was... Speaking is hard. I wonder how they got her in here in the first place. What do you mean? Well, the entrance to the yard is people-sized, and there's like a gazillion megawatts pumping through that fence. Kinda risky, no? Not if one turned off the electricity. Yeah, but then all the prisoners would escape. Through the entrance blocked by an elephant? I think not. This is a real puzzler, alright. I need to give it some more thought. Seems to be enjoying the challenge. I'll leave her to it. Oh my gosh, she solved the puzzle. I'm so proud of her. This is just like Professor Layton. I need to see K puzzle solve animation right frickin' now. Now that's one impressive fence. I'm sure I could climb it if I... Oh, we've already listened to this. Alright. You already listened to this. I will just speed through this. This pond is home for Warden Lagarde's beloved alligator. And look! Those bones must be for our latest meal. We already talked about this. Great. I love spamming the A key. When I play usual other games, it's an Xbox controller. And so that's what I'm used to. So I've like changed my keybinds on my Switch, so it's technically I'm clicking the B key, but you know, it's the A key technically. It's interesting. I don't know. So every single time I see like, oh, click B, I have to click A. And I've gotten so used to it that it's not hard. It's just, I don't know, it's interesting. A story of a forbidden love between a tiger and an elephant. Wish I could have seen it. Wish I could have seen Simon up there on stage, too. Oh, he was wonderful, the way he flew off the stage. Ah, yes, that scene. The victory is depicted in a very unique manner, whereby the villain is sent flying from the stage. It looks so good in HD. I'm gonna say this every 5 seconds. Oh, it's so good. Having been ejected from the stage in this manner, just like Hit Game Among Us, the villain no longer appears in the performance. And you're saying the crime took place during that time? Roughly how long do you think Mr. Sage was off stage for, Miss Berry? Let's see. I guess it was around 15 minutes? Just as Judge Gavelle said. Isn't it pretty hairy health and safety-wise have a flying elephant fling a guy off the stage? Not at all, as he is very gentle. Yeah. Yeah. Didn't you say that about the lion in, Ace Attorney 2-3? Am I remembering wrong? I could be wrong. I've blocked that case from my memory, if I'm gonna be entirely honest, but, you know. I'm not sure if it changes much if she flings him gently or roughly. Too gentle, in fact. When we first rehearsed it, she barely nudged him. By the end, he was flying off that stage, not because of his zeal, though. Simon had figured out some kind of trick, apparently. Isn't that amazing? A trick? Do you have any idea what kind of trick? Is it a ghost trick? Who, me? No! Oh no, it was Simon's big thing. I wouldn't know where to start. I'm trying to remember what the trick was. It has been so long since I played this game last. The chairs are lined up neatly for the show. Well, we know there are only a few empty seats during the performance. Something about this space. The way the seats are arranged. Reminds me of a karaoke contest I entered as a kid. You entered a karaoke contest? I sure did, and I came in second. She would be good at singing. Yep, I agree with that. Even in the depths of night, where no other bird dares to take flight, one alone soars to shine in the light of righteousness on the world's blight. Tommy didn't actually sing that. I sure did! She did well enough to take second place. Or perhaps, stole is more apt. It is more apt, it's true. Or is it more that she failed to steal first place? I'm overthinking this. Okay. Hi, Missile. Whimper. As bad as it looks, sir. One of those guys scared out of his skin. I'd hoped to have him track the scent again, but it clearly isn't in the cards now. Whimper. I think it's funny instead of doing like a whimper noise, just say whimper. I got a good laugh from that. Don't say a word, sir. I know just what you're looking for. It's written all over your face. It is? Missile may be temporarily out of action, but my fishing rod is good to go whenever you need it. Thank God. Thank God we're saved. Oh, and if you want to give my metal detector a shot, I have that too. Hell yeah! Never seemed so excited. I'll be sure to let you know if I need either of them, Detective. Thank you, Going. I appreciate you. You're the best. Let's talk to Regina. There we go. There we go. Oh, nope, I missed. There we go. So do you come to visit the prison often, Regina? I sure do. I have so many little friends here. It's wonderful. And they're all such sweeties. The old faces and the new. I made a new friend only yesterday. Allie is just the cutest. Cute? That full-grown alligator lurking in the depths of the ponds. Are you sure about that? Can't help worrying that you could just walk up and then chomp, you know? Oh, don't be silly. She'd never do something like that. Especially since she's not doing great. I hear she hasn't been herself since yesterday. Wow, I wonder why. I'm so worried about her. You guys are worried too, right? Right? Yeah, totally. Super worried, right, Mr. Interest? Yes, super. Don't rope me into this. Yeah, we can't look at this, but it would appear that we're missing some data at this point in time. Yep, that's about the size of it. I'm gonna go steal some data. I don't steal data, okay? I use logic and deduction to get what I need. Well, I'm more of an act first, think later, gal. Please don't add my workload to your recklessness. Please don't add to my workload with your recklessness. That's what the sentence said. Okay. I would hate to have to order your arrest. Ace Attorney 7 should bring back Kay, but as a defendant, I swear to God, it needs to happen. It's not even an ask at this point. I need to see this. It would be so good to have her back. Whatever. I'm having high hopes for Ace Attorney 7, but it may be too high hopes. Okay. Oh God, what do you want from me, game? Metal detector. Item sounds around the well. I should save. One sec. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna save because I'm scared. I'm not afraid to admit it. I'm scared because I think I'm gonna be wrong. I'm probably not wrong. I know. I generally know where this is going. I'm just... Is this what you want from me, game? Oh, it is! I like when I'm right. Yeah. The trick Mr. Saint performed for his big scene could have been something to do with all the items we found by the well. Okay, I'd like to have another look at the equipment around the well from yesterday. Can you have Mr. Thief bring up the recreation from when they were tearing down the stage? You got it! Taking another look at these items. Could they not have been used for this trick of Mr. Saint's? I'm moving my leg and it's gonna hurt so much. Ow! Okay. My leg hasn't moved, it was falling asleep. And you know, I hate when my feet fall asleep. It's always the worst feeling. Sounds plausible enough! Hey, I could maybe add it to the simulation. Good idea. Please don't ask Mr. Saint for the details. Roger that, I'll be right back. So BRB. I'm back! And he told me exactly how he did it. Excellent. Well, how does it work? Ooh, I don't remember. Oh, I do remember this infographic. Never mind. I was like, I don't think I remember this, but then I'm like thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, actually, I do remember this. He said he used the pulley at the top of the well to suspend a heavy weight from the rope and lowered that down to the well. The other end of the rope went through 2 more pulleys and was tied around his body. I see. So he used the downward pull of the weight to help him launch himself into the air. But how did he make sure the weight only dropped when he wanted it to? He used a stake to stop it. That's how. Miss Barry didn't seem to know anything about the trick or the contraption he built for it. In which case, I suppose it must be Mr. Saint himself who pulled at the stake. That's right, and to do that, he used a second length of rope. He tied it to the stake, and then when he gave it a sharp tug, the stake was released, and the weight dropped down the well. It's a great trick. I had to seal it. This one has to go in the great thief's repertoire. It may not be quite that easy. These kind of circus tricks will require years of practice to master. Simply sealing the idea won't be enough. Alright, practice it is then. But before you run away to do so, would you mind updating the simulation? Alright, and then we can see how it worked for ourselves. Okay, I'm switching back to the recreation of the performance. Hell yeah. And now to add in the data. Little Thief should be able to reproduce the trick now. Right, okay. Yeah. Okay. I remember that. So this is how Mr. Saint performed his trick. Right. Simon's full of surprises, huh? I mean, dropping a weight down the well to help him fly off the stage like that. It's genius. Indeed, but I imagine he would have needed quite a lot of weight, at the very least. He'd probably have taken some serious pull to lift him into the air like that. Huh. Yeah, probably a ton of practice. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. Can we look at this? No, we're not gonna be able to look at this. I was like, you could see like the corner of the circus thingy. I was like, I want to examine that. I want more flavor text. The flavor text is so good. Pulling in a rope. I suppose these two tend to go together. They sure do. Like a great thief and her treasure. Can't have one without the other. Sorry, but the proper pairing in this case is a great thief and a set of handcuffs. Sure. Sure. I think that's a boring mentality, Miles. Mr. Saint used the well to construct a contraption that would send him flying off the stage. It made clever use of 2 ropes. I think you wouldn't arrest a great thief if you realized how much fun and whimsy it takes to be a great thief yada gracia. Joy and fun and whimsy, etc., etc. This is the rope that was hanging down the rope. Well, wait, why did it say that Oh, that is a different dialogue. What am I saying? And there's no pinata at the end of it, and definitely no bucket. Do try to be serious, Kay. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm just trying to lighten the mood. So cut it out with that stare of yours. Actually, she may be onto something. You might want to consider what could have really been attached to the end of the rope. This tarp, it's just like the one we saw at the workshop. This tarp, it's just like the one we saw in the workshop. Yes, but why is it here? But why is it here? Are you okay, Mr. Edgeworth? You've gone kind of blank. And I tend to stay blank until you stop stealing my thoughts. God, they're so funny. They're so funny. That's one heavy weight. Kinda makes you think how much this might be weighing on Simon. It does? I'm not sure I quite see it myself. Oh, too bad we don't have the real thing here. Otherwise, I'd hang it around your neck like a big old albatross, and then we'll see how you like it. You'd face some stiff resistance if you try, I can promise you that. Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay, do we have more logic? I think we do. 30 pounds weight, pulling force, disappearing apples. I think we can, maybe the elephant and the apples? Question mark. It is right. Wow, this is crazy. Who would have thunk? The apples in the basket were likely eaten by Azia. Really? That's strange. I made sure to put the cart where her trunk couldn't reach them. Are you so sure about that? Oh yes, it was so full of apples the night before the show. Then we must consider the possibility that the cart was moved somewhere else within Azia's reach. 1 second. 1 second, I'm muting. 1 second. Sorry, I had to cough. I just needed to. A large basket full of apples could have been moved by the winds, which likely means somebody moved it for a reason. So before the show had even started, the cart had been moved and its apples eaten. Yes, that seems to be the most probable timeline. Let's update the recreation, okay? Will do, and I'll add that to the simulation of the performance then. Alright. Based on what Regina told us now. Right, okay, right. There, all done. Little wonder it smells as animals. It was being used for the elephant. Hold Azia's apples, right? Yep, and it was full of them the day before the show. I think it's entertaining, because this is like across the field from where Regina's standing. I'm just like imagining Regina just screaming, yep, it was full of them the day before the show! You know, like just yelling it, screaming it across. Whatever, I don't know. I'm just entertained by that. So they vanished overnight. Ooh, did you figure something out, Mr. Edgeworth? Quite possibly. Did you figure out something, Edgeworth? Did you really? Let's go to the power room. This door appears to be locked. Want me to open it? Can't guarantee anything, but I'll certainly give it a try. No, if we deem it necessary, we will simply ask for the key. Spoil sport, that could have been my chance to shine. You're free to shine somewhere else, but you'll not make an audience out of me. We've seen that dialogue, right? I think we've seen this dialogue. Yeah, it's happened before. We've seen that dialogue. Okay. 30-pound weight, pulley force. I'm saving. Because I'm scared. And I'm gonna get it wrong. Do we have to present anything to anyone? I don't think we do. Whatever, it's fine. We'll try that. And the 30-pound weight would have to probably be... Yeah, okay. Wait, doesn't this seem odd to you? No. But notice, Detective, there's something strange about the weight we found. How heavy it is, right? That's right? Okay, thank God. Thank God. Okay. The one weight on its own wouldn't be heavy enough, because 30 pounds is pretty light. A single 30-pound weight could have lifted Mr. Saint off the ground. Oh yeah! In which case, could there perhaps be some weights missing? Sounds like a job for my 7 secret weapons, sir! Should the need for them to rise, I suppose I should speak with him then. Please! I want to see Gummy use the thingy. I want to use the- let me use the metal detector! Whatever, it's fine, we'll get there eventually. Is this what it wants me to do? I think so, right? Yeah. Detective, I have need of one of your secret weapons. Roger that. The metal detector, if you would be so kind. Aw, geez, I'm never gonna get to use my fishing rod. They need to bring Gumshoe back for Ace Attorney 7 and then let him use his fishing rod. So before we get started, let me run through how the metal detector works, sir. Simple enough. If he uses this sound. God, I love that sprite with him holding the metal detector. It's so good. And this gauge. Tell you how close you are to something made of metal. The closer you get, the more strongly it'll react. When it starts going wild like this, just give me the order to examine the spot where I'm standing. Say, what do we got here? Oh, the fence. Anyway, that's how it works. Tell me where you want to look, sir, and I'll get right on it. Yeah. Look at him. I love playable Gumshoe. He walks so silly. Yeah, I know he wants me to go over there. I'm ignoring it, though. We're close, sir. There's something metallic nearby. That's something. There's something here, sir. Oh! It's a gold coin, sir. What a find. It'll go down in history. I don't imagine a gold coin would stay hidden long in a prison yard. Oh, you found it! Never would have guessed it was hiding there the whole time. It's one of the coins from the big coin hunt we host every 2 weeks. Hey, that sounds kind of interesting. It'll be fun for the whole family. Sure is. The prisoners have to hunt for coins the warden buried around the yard. If they find 3 silver coins or 1 gold coin, they can swap them in for a jelly donut. First a show, now a treasure hunt. Is this a prison or a playground? They just want to have fun and whimsy, Miles. Let them have fun and whimsy. I don't know where else we can get dialogue. Let's just go to the alligator. Sir, I'm picking up something over here. Let's take a little look-see. All these little guys in the grass. Ow, my leg. They're the same weight as we found by the well. They must be from Mr. Saint's trip. Did someone hide these here on purpose? I count 4 altogether, sir. They'd be more than heavy enough to send them flying. So somebody hid several of the same weights as the one by the well. But why, and why over there? Sorry, 1 second. I have to look at something. Okay. Yes, nice work, me. Eee! Ah! Alligator! Thing nearly gave me a heart attack. Huh? What's the matter, detective? It's a metal detector, sir. It's, reacting to the alligator. What? How? I'm sure it's not responding to the weights we just found. No, sir. I'm sure this is something different. I'm sure it's coming from the alligator. She's gone. This is a cute little Kayla. Oh. Huh, we scared that big snapper good. I don't think that's it, Kay. Huh? Then what is it? Ellie hasn't been herself lately. That's the name, Allie, the warden's favorite pet. She wouldn't even look at the food warden the guard brought her yesterday. She was acting as if, I don't know, maybe she'd eaten something that didn't agree with her? Maybe the metal detector was responding to whatever she ate, sir. What if she ate one of the weights? I highly doubt that even an alligator could swallow a 30-pound lump of iron. So what did the metal detector actually pick up? And why would somebody hide those weights? Perhaps I missed something when I looked at the equipment by the well. Kay, could you recreate the scene again? Coming right up! Okay. I miss the Nook and Cranny dialogue. It makes me really sad that there's no Nook and Cranny dialogue, but it's okay. I don't know what we want to deduce here. What's the evidence look like right now? Oh my god, 3 pages, okay. What does it want from me? I don't know. I'm gonna save. Quickly. Ah, my back. Oh, okay. But we should talk about how. Okay, whatever. That's not what it wants me to talk about. Fine. Thinking because it's the bloody towel, and the towel is the same colored towel, that they're related. But, you know, maybe that's just not where they want me to go with this. Or maybe it doesn't want me to talk about the rope? It's missing something, yeah. Let me see. I want to look at the diagram again. Thinking about this, is it just as simple as it's missing the weights? Maybe that's simple. But that wasn't, we didn't get any evidence for that, so that doesn't make sense either. Unless if I'm missing something. This is the problem of playing this 2 weeks after the last time, because my brain has just, like, chucked all my brain cells out the window. Which is fine. It's just, I swear to God I played this before. Right. Eureka! Oh, 2 lengths of rope! Oh, I'm so smart. I think that's it. I think that's it. Is that it? Is that it? Is that what is lots for me? I think I just made a big brain play. Is that what you want? It is what you want. Good job, me. I'm patting myself on the back. Think about the 2 recreations, the one during the performance and the one we're looking at right now. There's a major difference between the 2. Namely that one of the ropes is missing. Yeah, and then that's gonna tie into that, and okay, got it. Oh yeah! Mr. Saint's trick wouldn't work out if only the items we see before us. So what happens? Where did the missing rope go? I think one of the pieces of evidence we've collected might tell us exactly that. Really? Shows us where the missing rope went. It's the one with the body. Right? Yeah. Take that! This rope was found beside Knight's body. Wait, you mean... Yes, it must have been the other rope used in Mr. Saint's trick. So you're saying... Yes, this rope did indeed have a weight attached to it. But it wasn't one of the iron weights we found. These were hidden in the bushes and replaced with something else. What was it, Mr. Edgeworth? Come on, I'm dying here! Think about what the rope we found in the workshop was related to. Do that, and you'll soon figure out the answer. The weight dropped down the well in place of the iron weights was Mr. Knight's body. Take that! It can only have been Mr. Knight's body that was dropped down the well. What? Mr. Knight's body was the weight? Yeah. Yes. Somebody first swapped out the weights used for Mr. Saint's trick. Then Mr. Saint used the contraption to make his exit from the stage. When he let the rope around the body loose, both the rope and Mr. Knight's body fell to the bottom of the well. Right. That rope was never used to restrain Knight. It was used to suspend his body halfway through down the well. From this, we could easily see why most of the weights were hidden, so that no one would realize they'd been replaced by the body. Precisely. We could then further deduce that they were hidden by the killer. Well there, gang. Was it poor old Bronco stabbed in the neck? Wouldn't there be blood everywhere, including down the well? But the killer thought of that, which is why they used this. What did the killer use to stop Knight's blood from going everywhere? It's the towel, right? Take that! This tarp was found with the body. I think it's likely that Knight's corpse was wrapped in it. Oh, another piece of the puzzle falls into place. It's all coming together now. Love it. But all we're doing is proving that the body did go down the well, which means we're helping to prove that Simon was the killer. Yeah, you are. No, not quite. But what about what Judge Cavell said yesterday? But if Mr. Saint truly is the killer, then why would he need to go to such lengths to commit his crime? That's true. Knight's body fell down the well when Mr. Saint used his contraption during the show. Therefore, it reveals nothing about where the real killer actually was or what they were doing at the time. It's only designed to throw suspicion onto those that were not at the show. Yeah, I guess we did suspect Mr. Canis right away, huh? That was the killer's goal, to make us think that the crime took place during the show. In other words, they used a well contraption to construct an alibi. Miss Barry, when exactly did Mr. Saint put his contraption together? It would have been the day before the show. The night before, actually. Yes, we started getting ready for the show at around 9 p.m. And I think we finished at around midnight? In which case, the killer must have switched the weights out for the body after that point. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Did Canis know about this contraption? Even if he did, he wouldn't have been able to do much with it. And I highly doubt that he taught his dog to suspend bodies halfway down wells. Which means Canis isn't the killer. This is true. Oh god, what else do we have to do? Do we have a logic? I think we have a logic. Oh, I didn't mean to talk to you, Kay. Even though I do adore you, I did not mean to talk to you at that current juncture. Okay. Are these two? Yeah! There we go. The basket was moved the night before the circus performance. And we the zoo set the weights were switched out for the body at around that same time. Hard to chalk that up to coincidence, huh? The next question we should be asking is, why was the cart moved? I think I could hazard a guess. The cart would have been blocking a door, which could only mean that somebody needed to open it. Right. Now let's see what's... Oh, great. It's locked. Let me ask the guard for help. Hey, Mr. Guard! Hi, little guy. Yes, miss? What can I do for you? That was fast. Guard, where's the key for this door? Oh, the warden keeps hold of that. I'll go ask him for that. Yes. Warden the guard is the only one with the key. Fifi. Fifi the guard. It's such a good name for her. I really enjoy it. Meaning, if somebody did open the door, they would have had to get it from her somehow. Thanks for the help. Look at all these breakers. Look at all these chickens. They must control the electricity for the whole prison. So we're thinking somebody got here the night before the show, right? But why? What were they trying to do? Well, I doubt they came here by mistake, thinking it was a break room. They must have come to tamper with the switches. Did they turn off the power to something? Come to think of it, wasn't there something that lost power? Cameras, right? Cameras, right? That was the camera part? Right.
Take that!
There was a 3-hour gap in the security camera footage. Oh yeah, there was! So somebody flipped the breaker it was connected to? Seems very likely. Do you think it was the killer? It's true that shutting off the cameras would have made things easier for them. It would! Which means the killer would have been someone that had access to the breakers, and it seems only one person has the key. Could it be? Could it? Interesting. Alright, little thief, your work here is done. Cute. Thank you, little thief, we appreciate you. Hi, Eustace! Eustace. First on the scene, the early bird wins the worm. It's a really good line. The early bird does win the worm. You're so right, Eustace. You can never be wrong in your life. Good morning, Mr. Winter. What? How'd you get here before me? Good morning, Mr. Edgeworth. I see you made an early start. I see you've made a late one, Judge Gabrielle. This is not my only case. I'm a very busy woman. I need to use this in real life, true. Peru. Not all of us enjoy the freedom of a prosecutor relieved of his only current responsibility. Gurk. Oh, I do apologize. I meant, of course, the associate attorney. Associate? More like asinine. Nice asinine attorney reference. It's so entertaining because my gallery on my Switch is just like all, like, half of them are like Eustace lines. It's like all of them are like Ace Attorney Investigations 2 lines. It's great. We'll see about that. Eustace, let us begin the investigation of the yard. Well, okay. I'll go get some officers to help.
Hold it!
That won't be necessary. Why not? We've already finished investigating the yard, and won quite the prize in the process. What? But I'm supposed to be the winner! You are always the winner to me. Eustace. Your Honor, I'd like to revisit your theory from yesterday, in order to thoroughly disprove it. I would caution you to choose your words carefully, Mr. Edgeworth. The screenshot gallery is just Eustace and clown pictures. So true. So true. It's beautiful. This is a great... I can't believe I live in a time in which Ace Attorney Investigations 2 was localized, and I think that's a beautiful thing. As sure you remember, your badge is in my hands. How could I forget? You've told me several dozen times already. Perhaps you care to try a different threat?
Overruled.
You have been warned repeatedly, yes, and each time my words seem to have fallen in deaf ears. Allow me to make this crystal clear. The committee cannot and will not tolerate insubordination.
Objection!
The fate of my badge and the whims of the committee are of no concern to me now. The only thing that concerns me is proving Simon Tate's innocence. Interesting. I've spoken like a true defense attorney. In that case, I shall be equally uncompromising. In the name of the goddess of justice. I will strike down your case without mercy. It's so weird that it's not the goddess of law. It's so weird. It's just weird. And when I am done, your career as a prosecutor will be over as well. I hope you do not come to regret this. My theory remains the same as when I related to you yesterday. Oh my god, look at that bird! 1 second. I'm getting really distracted. Can you tell I'm getting really distracted? Because I'm getting really distracted. Look at that bird! Fully HD bird! Little fellow. Look at that little guy. He's so cute. Anyway. There we go. Mr. Carcerto did not see Mr. Knight's body when he passed it through the tunnel. As such, the body could only have been dropped down the well during the show. We both know that only one who could have dropped the body down there during the show is Mr. Saint. That's still your assertion, and you can prove it, of course. Of course you can! Who do you think you're up against? What use is me to say that we received the final autopsy report just ahead of our arrival? She really is a very busy woman, busy looking after baby Winner. Baby Winner! Oh no! It's worth his side, little guy. Dear Lord. The victim appears to have died the night before the body was discovered. In other words, the night before the show. The cause of death is as stated. It seems the wound is 4 inches deep. Interesting. Instant death from a stab into the neck 4 inches deep. Okay, right. Okay, got it. Simon Say was off stage a period of 15 minutes. That was plenty of time for him to throw the victim's body down the well. Judge Cavell hasn't investigated the yard yet, which means... I fear there may be something of a flaw with your theory, Your Honor. You seem very confident of that. But do you have any evidence to prove it, do I? Yes, I think I might. Do we? I mean, I guess we do. I don't remember what it is. I have like one brain cell, and it's just focused on saying words. The theory remains the same as when I related to you yesterday. Let's press that.
Hold it!
Oh my god, there's 2 birds! Sorry, I just realized there was a second one. Oh my god. The theory that Mr. Saint is the killer is certainly clinging to that rather stubbornly. And you are certainly clinging to that rather stubbornly that the idea that Mr. Saint wasn't the killer. Do you have any conclusive evidence that he wasn't? Any idea of who the real killer is? I'd like to see what evidence you yourself have first. I am an emissary of the goddess of justice. My words are her words. But her words are wasted on you, I see. You would challenge me if I were to say the sky was blue. This is a court or a cult. If you truly mean to refute the word of the divine, then come, show me your evidence. I will, but I want to talk about this other parakeet that's just chilling there that I totally did not notice the first time. Let me go see this little guy. Look at him! His face is cut off, but I still think he's beautiful. Look at that little feller. It's great. It's beautiful. Wonderful. Alright. Did not see Mr. Knight's body when it passed through the tunnel. Okay, let's press that thing. Isn't it possible that Mr. Carcerto simply failed to notice the body? This is the associate attorney. You have been through the secret passage, have you not? Whoa! How do you know? I noticed mud on you yesterday. On that charming key in your hair, to be precise. That's incredible! You could be a great thief with eyes like that. Answer me truthfully, in the name of the goddess. Would you or would you not have noticed the body had one been present? You know, I guess I would've. There you have it. Mr. Carcerto did not see the body, which means there was no body there to see. As such, the body could have dropped down.
Hold it!
Could you talk us through your reasoning on that a little more? The day before the performance, Mr. Knight borrowed the keys from Mr. CIRCUS, or more specifically, the key to his cell. Thank you, Miles. I was like, that's... I forgot about the other keys that happened. This case feels like it happened, like, a month ago. In which, technically, I did start it a month ago, but that means the stuff at the beginning of the case are, like, out of my brain still. Which is okay. But, pray for your discourtesy if I am a bit silly and uncertain about facts. Mr. Knight then used the key to leave his cell and enter Mr. Saint's cage. Honestly, I should still remember the facts because I have played this 2 other times, but still. Mr. Saint took Mr. Knight to the yard in the cage. That's where he killed him. The following day, Mr. CIRCUS crawled his way through the tunnel. There was no body there yet. Wait a second, doesn't add up. Mr. CIRCUS smelled that sweet smell, so Mr. Knight must have been in the tunnel already. No, his body did not pass through the tunnel until sometime after Mr. CIRCUS had crawled through it. Mr. CIRCUS used the tunnel right around the time the show was starting. The body was discovered just after the performance ended, in which you deduce that the body could only have been thrown down the well during the show. Yes, and who the culprit must be. We both know that the only one who could have dropped the body down the well during the show is Mr. Saint.
Objection!
Yeah, okay, it would be that. Right. Sorry, Your Honor, but there's something else you're going to have to take into account. The well in the yard was rigged to create a certain unique contraption. A contraption? Go on. You will recall that Mr. Saint was sent flying from the stage by the elephant. I do, just before he was to be absent for some time. He was only able to fly through the air thanks to a weighted rope he tied around himself. Dropping the weighted end down the well allowed him to complete the trick.
Objection!
Wait, wouldn't that send him flying as soon as he set foot on the stage?
Hold it!
Simple, really. It's shrimple, really. He kept the weight from falling by using a stake to keep the rope in place. With the second rope, he was able to pull the stake free, therefore controlling when the weight was dropped. We have found evidence to suggest that the original weight has been replaced with Knight's body. This was done by the real killer in order to create an alibi. That's a really good sprite. Just that as a still sprite, very good. The estimated time of death tells us that the murder took place early in the morning. The killer could have tampered with the contraption in the time between the murder and the show.
Objection!
You're saying Mr. Saint himself set the contraption up, right? Well then, who do you think is the number one most likely person to have used it to dispose of a body? Even you must see how this looks.
Objection!
If Mr. Saint were the killer, he could have simply done Judge Gavelle, as Judge Gavelle theorized, without these extra steps. Miss Berry. Yes? Does anyone else know how Mr. Saint's trick works? Well, let's see. We had to get the prison approval what we were going to perform, so I don't think Simon's the only one who knows. And there you have it.
Overruled.
Interesting. You have certainly been diligent in your investigation, and yet I fail to comprehend your actions still. Why do you not work to do what is right? Is what I am doing wrong? If so, who is that deems it so? How can you not grasp even that? How can you not even see what you're doing wrong at this very moment? You are a prosecutor, and yet you aid the defense. Time flies. This flies in the face of common sense. You are breaking every rule in the book. I think only what is right and just, and I act as see fit in each situation I am confronted with. This is the path I have chosen, and whether you can comprehend that choice is immaterial. But if you mean to stand in my way, I will fight back with all I can bring to bear. Perhaps the goddess of justice is testing me. Very well. It is her will that we must fight. Then I shall end this, once and for all. Listen well, Mr. Edgeworth, for there is another reason why only Mr. Saint can be the killer. A worm? A worm? Okay. If the body was moved from the yard to the workshop... Sorry, I like the revamped music a lot. It's so good! It's so freaking good! Okay, whatever. And Mr. Knight must have first been brought here from the yard to his cell. The only person who had the opportunity to do that is Simon Saint, and thus he remains the only possible suspect. No. Nuh-uh. That's wrong. Mr. Saint took the cage with him to Mr. Knight's cell. But why would he do that? Why take such an unwieldy object all the way to the holding cells? Yeah, that is pretty sus. It is pretty sus. Good Among Us, okay? We need Kay in Among Us. I want Kay in Among Us. I want all the Ace Attorney characters in Among Us. Please, please, please. Not level 5, Capcom, please. That's all I ask for. I just want Kay in Among Us so badly. They gave us Edworth, but I want my Kay so bad. Anyway, I need an Among Us Cosmic Cube with Ace Attorney. So bad. Little pink Kay Among Us. Yes, and she could steal the truth. It'd be so cute. Oh, my brain is too big for Capcom. I'm sorry. It just needs to happen. But we all met Mr. Saint. That's exactly the kind of thing he would do. It's entirely plausible that he took the cage with him out of the absent-mindedness and nothing else. It may be plausible, but it is no more or less plausible than him having helped Mr. Knight to escape. Ugh, I need some really real solid evidence if I'm going to get her to budge. My Saint is the suspect. Alright. If the body was moved from the yard to the workshop, I think I know what this one is. Actually, do I know what this one is?
Objection!
This is risky. No, it's wrong. Okay. Yeah. Am I suspected to accept this as evidence? Appears to have no connection to my testimony. Ah. Judge Cavell is tougher enough to crack than Mr. Winter. But that doesn't mean I should give up. Alright. I'm gonna press that. You're certain nobody else had the opportunity? Need I remind you that we are in a prison? The entire facility is monitored at all times. Anything out of ordinary would have been spotted.
Hold it!
Well, that's wrong, because the cameras. But Mr. Saint was under the same scrutiny, was he not?
Overruled.
1 second. Give me like 5 seconds. Anyway, the warden has granted the members of the circus troupe special access. As a member of that troupe under the supervision of Miss Barry, he is the only person who is free to wander where he wills.
Objection!
Seems you've forgotten something, Your Honor.
Overruled.
Forget is not a word in my vocabulary, Mr. Edgeworth. Very well, then recall this fact, if you will. You claim that Mr. Saint is the only person who is free to walk around the prison. But there was a brief period of time on the day of the crime in this prison. Time when it would have been impossible for anyone to move through the prison entirely unmonitored. What do I have to show that there was a period of the day of the crime was oversight? Okay. It's the camera. Where's the camera? There's the camera. Mr. Saint is far from the only one who had that opportunity. Which opportunity are we talking about again? We previously established that the time code on the security footage was off by 3 hours. And from that, we could deduce that there must have been a power outage lasting for that length of time, during which anyone could have moved around the prison undetected. Do you mean to say that our killer intentionally created this 3-hour gap? That it was no simple camera malfunction? Is that even possible? It's completely possible to create this 3-hour gap using this. Yeah, okay. It is this, but I just was like 5 steps ahead.
Take that.
Okay. Our investigation of the yard turned up something rather interesting. A panel of breakers, one that could be used to cut the power to the security cameras. We also learned that the door to the power room may have been opened around the time of the murder. What? Such a shame to be see one so capable fall so short of the mark. Mr. Edgeworth knows what he's doing! Then how does he explain the lock in the power room door? Oh yeah, it was kind of locked up tight. The warden's the only one with the key. Those breakers are vital to the prison's infrastructure, so I very much doubt that anyone could have gained access to the power room's keys so easily.
Objection!
Ho ho ho! Get her. Get her, Edward. No, but one person could have. I beg your pardon? That person, the killer, had easy access to it, in fact. And what's more, their position here is such that nobody would dare question them.
Objection!
Hell yeah. What? There's no one like that. The breaker to the electric fence is in there. They would be questioned in an instant. There's only one person who meets that criteria. I can hardly be one myself, but I have to follow where the logic leads. The person who had access to the power room key was... Where are you, Fifi? There you are.
Take that!
You're on the second page, Fifi. That's crazy. So the real culprit is... Yeah. Yeah. Warden Lacard. What was your voice? I gave you a really high voice, didn't I? I gave you a really, really high voice. Oh, just look at you. Aren't you the cutest little poochie will? It's not just a pretty face. Missile has quite the nose for sweet things. Seems he's smelling something very sweet indeed, and it's coming from you. Darling, you make me blush. Not even wearing perfume. Then perhaps it's the sweet stench of death. Whoa, that's a little intense, Edgeworth. You went from 1 to 100 real fast there, buddy. You're just a regular poet, aren't you? Had no idea. But if I didn't know better, I'd almost think you were calling moi the killer. That is precisely what I am calling you. What? Warden Lagarde is the killer? Mr. Edgeworth, do you realize what you're saying? Oh, such a naughty boy. How could he suspect me? I'm the one in charge here. Ooh, I hate this break. It's like we're in a murder mystery, aren't we? Oh, very funny. And equally far-fetched. This is preposterous.
Hold it!
Sadly, it is not, although I can hardly believe it myself. But this is where the evidence points, and we must trust in the evidence. This piece of evidence proves that Lord Lagarde is the killer. The breakers. That wrong. It has nothing to do with me whatsoever, and you know it. Is it the sweet scent? Is it the sweet? Yeah, okay, it is the sweet scent. All right, I that was my second. That was my second one. It's either gonna be that or that. You're a hoot, Mr. Edgeworth. Really, you are. But can we dispense with the jokes now, please? This is no joke. This is no jork. It's dorking time. This is no joke. Oh my god, that's what the word is. Dear freaking lord, I cannot pronounce things today. I am so sorry. This is no joke, Warden. You are the killer. You're Shelly the killer in disguise. Oh, really? Well, could you at least try and present some plausible evidence? Anyway. Sweet scent! Wow, crazy. Your scent betrays you, Warden. And here is your accuser. The police dog. We had him track a sweet scent that was lingering around Knight's body back when it was first found. He now appears to be smelling the same scent, and it's coming from you. Oh, darling, you're priceless. Really, you are. Your evidence is a whiff of suspicion. Verity, dear, do put him in his place. Seems Judge Cavell might have reached a similar conclusion to myself. You believe this to be no mere coincidence, Mr. Edgeworth? I do. After all, she had the key, and the scent found lingering on the body is hers as well. Were it just one or the other, we might be able to brush it up as coincidence. However, it is not a coinkydink. Indeed, it seems that the conclusion approaches. Perhaps we should hear what the warden has to say for herself. We should. When we have, this case will finally be at its end. You're all being simply awful. Stop looking at me like that. Me? The killer? How could I possibly do such a thing? Verity told me everything she knows about the case, sweetie. The victim died in a cell, so by your logic, I would have had to kill English. So by your logic, I would have had to kill him there. How am I supposed to have moved the body? Especially as I never went into the prison. I was too busy with work, you see. I was cooped up in my office until right before the show began. Look if you like, you won't find a record anywhere of me having entered or left the prison proper. I haven't the first idea what your harebrained theories. Ha, nice, the Great Ace Attorney reference. Just like Albert Harebrained. Okay, whatever. Uh, you little scamps have hooked up, but I'm innocent. There's simply no way I could be the killer. Give me a break. Thistle doesn't lie. Don't make it hard on everyone. Just come clean. Oh dear, I'm afraid you are the one making things difficult. As I said, I never went into the prison. If you think I'm lying, go and check the records. She clearly wants us to check those records, which means they won't help us. We'll just have to find another way of getting the truth out of her. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, stop being a big, silly little guy. Just a silly little fellow. You made a boo-boo and you know it. I worry that her voice is too quiet, because whenever I voice her, it's like I have to get really quiet because she peaks quite a lot. But hopefully it's fine.
Hold it!
Jessica Val told you everything. Are you close? Wink. Wink wonk. Well. Thick as thieves, darling. Why do you ask? Are you jealous? Interesting. I was wondering if they were gonna translate that like that, but they are gonna translate that like that. Crazy. Jealous? Of what? I had to ask one of the guard for a lot of information on our first day of our investigation. Seems the only right that I share some of the information in return. Oh, Verity, do you have to make it sound so awfully dry? I thought we had a lovely chat. I simply shared the truth in our conversation. It was the least we could do. Not sure what's going on, but these two... Oh, wink! They're terrifyingly formidable together. Wink. So that's what he calls them then.
Hold it!
Not that I really shipped them, but, you know. Anyway. The murder took place in a cell. You seem very happy to accept that. And why shouldn't I be? Seems the most likely place for it to have happened without drawing attention. And besides, they found Knight's blood in the cell. Oh, uh-oh, uh-oh, ruh-roh, uh-oh, spaghetti-o. Ah, yes, but that was from being struck by Mr. Kaishirka. Though I need to tell her that, I suppose. I take it there's also been no testimony to the contrary. It doesn't matter. Knight being killed in his cell doesn't go against any of the facts anyway. But how am I supposed to have moved the body, just as I never went into the prison?
Hold it!
Do you have any evidence that you didn't enter the prison? Please, darling, let me finish. He's busy with work.
Hold it!
So you were in your office the whole time. You didn't notice anything unusual? No, I can't say that I did. You didn't notice anything missing? I must confess, I'm a rather messy girl. And a forgetful one at that. I put something down and it's lost forever. It's a curse, darling. A curse. You're so real for that, actually. I even lost some important evidence recently. It was gone. Poof. Just like that. What? And she still has a job. Honestly, if somebody came into my office and took something, it might be years before I notice. Ugh, that seems like I'll need more than the power of room key to expose her. On the day of the murder, I was working in my office. Oh, and looking for something I misplaced. Even if I had a reason to go to the prison, I simply wouldn't have had the time. You'll find a record of me entering and left the prison proper. Sure, maybe you didn't go through the main entrance to the prison. What if you took another route? Oh, come now, sweetie. Surely you don't mean that awful, filthy tunnel they discovered. Why, until yesterday I had no idea it existed. No, you had another way in. I'm certain of it. A route that didn't require going through the main entrance of the tunnel. Oh. Oh. Out the window? Is that what you're saying?
Take that!
Through the fence. Warden, you took Knight from his cell and brought him to your office, which just happened to be connected to the yard. If you had a way through the fence, then you would have been able to circumvent both the entrance and the tunnel. I'm honestly really surprised. I mean, I understand why they didn't do it, because that would be an extra investigation section. It doesn't need to happen. But I'm honestly surprised we never actually get to go into Warden Lagarde's office as an investigation section. Not that it's bad that we don't have to, but I just think it's interesting. Because it comes up so often, especially with a lot of the backgrounds being from interrogations, usually from Lagarde's office. Or, well, presumably, right? Because, let me think. I mean, I guess. I don't know. It's just a thought. I'm just thinking. Hee, a gold star for creativity, darling. And how would I have gotten through the fence, An extremely high fence, topped with razor wire, with thousands of volts of electricity going through it. Yeah, how is she supposed to get through there? That was not... I did not say that right. How is she supposed to have gotten through that, There, that's a little better. The fence's electricity supply can be cut off from the power room. And only you had the key, Warden. No one but you could have done it.
Overruled.
Utterly ridiculous. The power room is on the prison side of the yard. Warden Lagarde was on the detention center side. How would she even reach the power room? Exactly, very darling. Well, clever puss. You've dug yourself a real hole now. If there's no record of Warden Lagarde's having entered the prison proper, then the idea that she could have shut off the fence by using the breaker is out of the question. There must be some way she could have done it. Take a deep breath, big guy. Lose your cool and you've lost everything. If you don't find a solution, she'll still wriggle out of this. Hey, I said take a deep breath, not freak out and completely lose your cool. There's nothing to be gained by banging your head against the same wall, yeah? No matter how you look at it, Warden Lagarde couldn't have done it alone. Mr. Edgeworth, if you cannot find, you aren't doing yourself any favors. Oh god, wait, I just realized there's 2 more parrots and I did not notice they were there because it's over one of the sprites. Let's go, look at the little fellas. There's 4 of them! There's 4 little chickens up there. It's crazy. That one's covered by the sprites too. I'm surprised that they actually put that there, given that's where the head is usually for the sprites. Anyway. That was a reflexive objection. But now that I've yelled it, don't come up with an answer. It's all over. It's so Jover. If I do say so, it's so Jover. I have one more thing to add, if you'll permit me. Verity's always covering them, but I love him. I love him so much. They have just a little crew. We have like a little audience, but it's just like little pets. It's adorable. I like it. I have one more thing to add, if you permit me. Something to explain how the warden could have shut off the breaker from the wrong side of the fence. Yes, because it's not impossible as it seems. What enabled her to shut off the breaker? I think it's her position, right? No? Is it time? Newsflash, mister! Being a warden doesn't give me telekinetic powers. That's a bummer. No, I guess not. The guard could have turned off the breaker alone, which means you're only proving the warden could have flipped the breaker, Mr. Edgeworth. No, there was one way that she could have done it. Is it the time? No? Did she truly have an accomplice? How exactly? I don't remember. Uh-oh. No correct answer would see- What? I'm not remembering this right. Which means... I guess this is accomplice. She couldn't have done it alone, but what if she wasn't alone? Oh, now we're talking. Way to flex that old gray matter, kiddo. I believe that Warden Lagarde had an accomplice.
Overruled.
What? Enough. You disappoint me, Mr. Edgeworth. What do you mean? Mr. Edgeworth has said nothing wrong. The inmates of the prison are all issued with security bracelets. The ones that raise the alarm and people go where they're not supposed to. Ah! So I see you have realized your error. We are, of course, within the prison grounds, where not only the bracelets worn, but even the guards surveil each other with signs of wrongdoing. Despite all that, no one noticed Mr. Crochet has escaped. The only ones that are free to roam are the animals, and they most certainly could not have operated the breaker. No, CIRCUS must be human.
Overruled.
What are you cooking? I don't remember this plot point. And who did it, given that it could not have been a prisoner or a guard?
Objection!
I wouldn't be so quick to rule each other out, Your Honor. Rule out either, Your Honor. The fact is, there is one person, someone whose movements weren't restricted. Saw it? Is it really Saw it? I do not remember this plot point in the slightest. Okay. This is one of the prisoner's bracelets. Indeed, a broken bracelet belonging to a certain self-proclaimed model prisoner. What do you mean? And who is his prisoner? I did not remember that. Frank Sott, one of the guard's favorite inmate. Oh, she sweated. It's the first time we've seen that's right. It's strange, isn't it, Warden, that he was able to keep his broken bracelet hidden and wander freely around the prison all the while? That is pretty funky. Funky fresh. And I don't mean in a good funky fresh way. It could have been the case. Couldn't have been the case that he was permitted some sort of special leeway. Could it? Although you are in the habit of giving such leeway to certain others. Bodhidharma. Connie's, for example.
Overruled.
Mr. Edgeworth, that is pure speculation.
Objection!
In that case, why did you ask Mr. Sod himself? I'm confident he would confirm for us that he and Warden the Guard were accomplices in the crime. If the two of them had worked together, a certain route into the prison becomes viable. The real route by which Knight was moved from his cell to the prison proper. Recall that there were two big obstacles in her path. First, the security cameras outside Knight's cell. Second, the electrified fence in the yard. But she was able to remove both obstacles in one fell swoop by having Mr. Sod shut off the corresponding breakers. All right, Mr. Edgeworth, you've had your fun. And do you still deny it, Warden Lagarde? No, darling, you got me. I admit it. Warden, tell me this isn't true. Sorry, Verity, honey, but I'm afraid it is. Frankie helped me do it. No way! You did it, Mr. Edgeworth. You got her! Nice shooting, cowboy. She won't be wriggling out of this now. As Mr. Edgeworth said, I had Frankie switch off the breaker. But we didn't kill Knight, did we? No, sweetums. No, we didn't. What? Warden, explain yourself. Oh, Verity, dear, I doubt your precious goddess will want to hear my excuses now. She is all merciful. You have not but to confess, and you shall be saved. Oh gosh. All right. I was being threatened. I had no choice but to do as he said. Who is he? Bodhidharma, Honey's, that awful assassin. How long has it been since that awful man came to my beautiful prison? I'll never forget the day he arrived. Oh, look at that background. It's such a good background. It's such a good image. Oh. The moment we were alone, he said this to me. I don't remember your voice. I did an old man voice for you, didn't I think I did. You should know I have other dogs. Dogs not confined to this fine institution. Others? Yes, very loyal dogs. Dogs that will do anything I ask of them. Of course, he wasn't talking about real dogs. He was talking about his very human cronies. And then he said one last thing. I would recommend that you take care in how you treat me during my stay here. I wouldn't want to have to set my dogs on you for your precious family. I had no choice. Gave him that cell. Gave him everything he asked for. Everything. Wait, is that how he became the fixer? Yes, darling, I obeyed his every command and smuggled in for him all that he wanted. Eventually, I brought him dear, sweet Frankie into our little conspiracy. He agreed right away, of course, because I made things easier for him, too. So you're smuggling in contraband? How exactly? Once a week, late at night, Frankie would shut off the breakers. That allowed me to go from my office into the yard without being seen by the cameras. Then I simply dropped the packages down the well on the prison side and went back through the fence. That's awfully convenient. Each one of them spritzed with a little of my perfume. So that's what the sweet smell was. Yes, it was a signal for Canny's dog. When he picked up the scent, he would fetch the packages and bring them back to his master. We had to make sure Rocco wasn't in the cell at the time, of course. It'd have been easy keeping him from finding out. Oh, we're all very much creatures of habit here at the prison, darling. Everything runs to a schedule, meals, exercise hours, that sort of thing. We knew he wasn't there. And that adorable little bear of his freezes with fright. It's a sign of Canny's dog. Poor thing. I freaking love this bear so much. So there wasn't no risk of him raising the alarm either. Teddy, my favorite. My little feller. She has oversight over everything at this prison, which made her the perfect mule. With her on her side, Canny's couldn't fail. Frankie would sneak out again early in the morning to switch the breakers back on. And our work is done. Apart from fixing the time codes on the cameras, which I would do later, when I got the chance. You've shared a great deal, Warden. The Goddess of Justice will surely take your honesty into account. Oh my god, I'm sitting up right now because I need to stretch, and my back is killing me. Ugh. That was a mistake. Alright, whatever, it's fine. Everything's good. Everything's fine. Everything's swell. The Goddess of Justice will surely take your honesty into account. I've been the most dreadful fool. I know I have. I'm supposed to be the one in charge. The day of the night's murder was also one of our delivery days. And so Frankie, bless his heart, did his usual work with the breakers. There was no package for me to deliver that day, so I couldn't go out in the yard. So that's the secret behind the fixture system, and why she was. Police have been trying to track down his accomplices for the longest time. Even I had to lend them a hand myself, you know. Heaven knows how many times I've called this secretive scoundrel into my office to talk to me. But no matter what I say or how much evidence I present him with, he wouldn't say a word. That's why you were interrogating Mr. Canis over and over. Exactly. Oh, yes, it's the Sprite. Oh, that was a good Sprite. That was a really tasty Sprite. It's a good Sprite. I like it a lot. Exactly. I was trying to track down these horrible hex people of his. I borrowed everything. Oh, this one's also a good one. Oh, look at it. It's so well done in HD. I like that her teeth are spiky. I'm pretty sure they were also spiky in the original version too, but I like it. I think it's fun. I borrowed everything the police had on that running scoundrel. I watched his every move, intercepted every letter he wrote. His letters. I suppose she must know about his correspondence chess games too. But no matter what he did, I couldn't turn off any clues as to who his underlings were. Living in fear like this, it's... oh, you just can't comprehend it. As you have just heard for yourself, Mr. Edgeworth. The words of Warder Lagrange. Is that a typo? 1 second. Is that a typo or is that purposeful? Interesting. The words of Warden Lagrange. Interesting. Weird. Very weird. Interesting. It's also a typo on a name, which is interesting. Confessions have cleansed her from all suspicion. Surely there is no need to hound her any longer. That is a typo. Okay. I was like, I don't think that's purposeful. That doesn't feel purposeful. There's definitely more because, you know, clearly her. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but this conversation isn't over yet. You know, I think the Goddess of Justice would agree. I didn't mean to press that, sorry. So you mean to make her suffer even more than she already has? Unfortunately, her suffering under Mr. Canis does nothing to prove her innocence in Knight's murder. She admitted herself that she knew of, and even facilitated, the so-called Fixer's delivery route. I believe she used that same route to move Knight's body. Where is your evidence, Mr. Edgeworth? It is in the fact that the sweet smell on Knight's body is the exact same scent Warden Lagarde uses as a signal delivery. What do you make of that? Well, that's because we've done it so many times by now that the whole well probably smells of it. Some of it just might have rubbed off on his body. It does match a statement that Mr. Carcerdo provided. The smell. Yeah, always smelled kinda nice down there. Nice? Gee, I don't know. Smelled sort of like dessert, I guess. That wasn't his voice, but I also could not care less. His words would seem to suggest that the smell had permeated the well. Ah! You've been rendered speechless, I see. Then I hereby move to adjourn this session of the court. No, what do we do, Mr. Edgeworth? What can I do? This is as far as we go. Finally! So we're actually done? Yes, Eustace, it seems we are. By the power vested in me, this court is adjourned. No, this is so sad. Thank you. This is, Mr. Eddie. Who was that? He'll still be Ray to me. I think the Eddie Defender joke is really funny, but I can't not look at him and think, oh, that's Raymond Shields. It's the guy. Come on, Judge G. Things are just getting good. Judge G, very good. Fender. Are you objecting to my adjourning this session? Let me sip my water. No. What a sounded objection if I want to do that. You, G. Adjourn. Don't adjourn. Whatever floats your boat. Sorry. What are you doing, Mr. Fender? Don't worry about what I'm doing. Let's just all take a chill pill, shall we? Which I mean a square of chocolatey goodness. Anyone? Are you trying to get yourself charged with the contempt of court? No, my bad. I just had a quick request to make is all. A Simon Saint's lawyer, that is. Ah, yes, I had forgotten that you were his real attorney, Mr. Fender. How could you? You're killing me here. Can you blame us? You've been making Mr. Edgeworth do everything this whole time. Right you are, which is why you're decided to put in some work. Work, you say? Somehow I don't believe you worked a day in your life. Then let's say this is me doing some prep work for the upcoming trial. Mind if I question the witness? No? Amusing. But what is there left to ask? I got a feeling in my funny bone that Fiefs here. Fiefs? Did you really just call her Fiefs? That's a really good. That's funny. I like his nicknames. They're really entertaining. I got a feeling in my funny bone that Fiefs here has something more to tell us about the killer. Do I? Yes, indeed. See, as a major player on Team Simon, I can spot a sympathizer when I see one. And you don't think he did it, do you? So tell us, who did? Come on, spill the beans. We're all ears. Mr. Edgeworth, what's he doing? Trying to coax Warden Lagarde into giving something away. Ask yourself, why would she go through all the trouble of sending Knight's body into such an odd journey? It's because she wanted to free Mr. Connies. She did? No way! If he was convicted of committing murder here, that would have grounds him to transfer to another prison. Most likely a more secure facility. And where'd he be out of her hair forever? Huh. Precisely. She saw her opportunity and seized it. No! Saint can't not be the killer! That's not fair! I was all ready to prosecute him. I know, right? Maybe we should find out what she thinks first. Don't get the wrong guy, yeah? Ha! Nice! Now Mr. Winter has to go along with it too! Well, Warden, are you happy to testify further? Of course! How could I refuse this silver-tongued devil? Eddykins! Eddykins? You're joking. Okay. Eddykins, you have such a way with words. Just doing my job, thief. Dear Lord. Besides, one can't tell the truth without telling the whole truth, can one? I'm simply dying to tell all verity, darling. Do say you'll let me. As you wish. Court is unadjourned. Can't believe you pulled that off, Mr. Fender. Well, me either. Thank you for the timely intervention. Hey, it's the least I can do. Kay's not wrong. I've been leaning on you too hard. And besides, the fence never rests. Am I right? Simon's depending on us. Sadly, I think I just about exhausted my reserves to cool warrior chat there. Can't foul this out now. Which means you're up to bat, Miles. Miles mixed smiles. It's beautiful. Really good. 10 out of 10. Show him that never rest spirit. I shall. Fabulous. Then let's get started. Oh, okay. I really don't think anyone could have done it but that dreadful man Canice. There's no telling what went on between him and the victim. Perhaps he simply took a disliking to him. He's certainly the type. But whatever the sort of details, it was him. He stabbed that poor man to death. Hello, Mark. How's it going? Welcome in. How's it going? How's it going? And thank you for the first. I did not mean to press slow. Then he had his dog dispose of the body. It's simply what has to be what happens. Do 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 do. The victim, Mr. Knight, yes? You did him the most terrible disservice. Yes, you killed him. I suppose you could put it that way. If it weren't such a sorry excuse for a warden, this would have never happened. It's going poorly, COVID stuff? No! Everyone's getting COVID right now. It's crazy. Everyone's getting sick and or COVID. It is bananas out here. Like more than half my friends are either sick or have the Rona, and it is abysmal. But besides that, I'm doing good. Well, I mean that's good. I'm glad you're feeling hopefully better, or I mean, I guess I'm glad everything else is okay. How are you? Doing good. I walked a shit ton yesterday, and so my body is aching an incredible amount. So I am in a little bit of pain in terms of aching pain, which is good. It is good, healthy pain. But, yeah, I'm kind of in the resting mood just because work was so crazy yesterday. I do not enjoy working on the weekends, actually. I kind of dislike working on the weekends, but it happens so rarely, so usually it's not a problem, but this weekend we were at camp, so that means I was walking way too much. Not way too much, a purposeful amount, but yeah. Why a shit ton was walked? Because I was at a camp, a outdoor camp. So that means I was walking for like 8 hours straight because I was walking back and forth from different places and stuff, bringing stuff back and forth. It's not a bad thing, and I'm glad that I went, and it was fun. I taught some hatchet throwing, very cool. Love hatchet throwing. And then I taught some slingshotting, which is also very cool. Love those things so much. And stuff like that. So it was fun, but also my body is rebelling. Yeah, but besides that, it's fine. But yeah. Uh, Sounds like a loads of fun. Yeah, it was fun. I just my body is mad at me because of it at this current juncture, but whatever. There's only so much you can do. It's good, healthy exercise pain. So, um, and that's why I have to clean up this terrible mess. Word on the guard. As ever, your honesty is truly to your credit. I am certain Mr. Knight is looking down and weeping tears of gratitude. Any victims of the hatchet? No! Actually, we were with like 2 kids that were in middle school. And they have never done it before, and they kept hitting the target, which is honestly absurdly impressive for people who have done it their first try. It was crazy. I asked them like 5 times, like, have you ever done this before? And they're like, no, I'm just really good at like volleyball. And I was like, dear Lord, that is bananas to me. I was like, that is impressive. But most of the time, especially the younger kids that I was working with, they usually didn't hit the target, which is understandable given that it's hatchet throwing and it's hard to do. But those 2 kids, very impressive. But anyway, you clearly never met Mr. Knight. Anyway. No victims to hatchets this time, which is good, because I really did not want to do my first aid, thanks. Really don't think anyone could have done it but that dreadful man, Canis. There's no telling what went on between him and the victim. Can I just present correspondence chests? I'm gonna save quickly. But I feel like I could just present correspondence chests, right? They don't dislike each other. From what I understand. finally could catch a stream where you're playing a game that I don't mind spoilers for. Hello, welcome in. How are you doing? Oh my god, it's #1 Emmy Altava fan in the chat at this current juncture. Crazy. How's it going? How's it going? Yeah. The #1 Emmy fan is here in our presence. This is bananas. Doing great. Yay, I'm glad you're doing good. We're almost done case 2, and we're probably gonna start case 3 today, in which I am very excited, because I want to see what this, what is it called? Bacon Bop? I think that's what the translated version is. I want to see what the Bacon Bop sounds, this, song sounds like. Already planned the fan translation patch for this game? Hell yeah. The fan translation is also really good. Freaking love the fan translation. I've played it, like, twice. I streamed it once, like 2 years ago. I streamed the whole game, which was crazy. So, which other game should we spoiler talk about during this gameplay? Well, let me tell you about Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. No, I won't. I won't talk about Layton versus Wright. I can talk about Layton versus Wright like every 5 seconds of my life, but I won't. I won't do it. In other games, I don't care about talking about other games, especially like games like Hades, because nothing really is going on except that I'm mashing buttons. But, you play that too? Hell yeah. I mean, of course you would. You're a Layton fan. But consider Barnum. This is true. Everyone should consider Barnum. Every day of everyone's lives, they should consider Barnum. But yeah, so like games like Hades, I don't mind, because that's a game that I can just play without thinking, because it's Hades. But games like this are just so dialogue heavy. I was an Ace Attorney fan first, actually. Oh my god, same! We're high-fiving. We had the Ace Attorney to Layton versus Wright to Layton pipeline. It's a real pipeline, too. Like, as much as I give shit to the Ace Attorney fandom, completely forgetting that Layton versus Wright literally exists and that they should play it, the pipeline's real. Like, if people play Layton versus Wright and they get interested in Layton, that's what we like to call a win. And vice versa. Fortunately, the Layton fandom is just especially cool about the game, which is lovely, because I like that people actually give a shit about it, in the Layton fandom, but still, it's definitely because it's a more Layton-like game, because everything is crazy. That was my pipeline versus one of my final Ace Attorney game in the first Layton. Hell yeah. Phoenix was literally his best at the game. Yeah. I'm trying to convince all my friends that are, like, Phoenix enjoyers to play Layton versus Wright, because I'm like, I swear to God, it is like such good character development. It is so good. Like, let him play it, please. I'm shaking you. Whatever. I'll get more. I'm always going to push for more Ace Attorney fans to play the crossover, because they should. And also, Capcom and Level 5 should port it and not forget about it, because they love doing that. Anyway, whatever. Am I a little sad about earlier? I mean, I guess it was 2 AM for me, so technically it was earlier today, but, earlier today's trailer that didn't even mention it? Just a little bit. But is it understandable? Yeah. It's probably some copyright thing, but am I a little sad about it? Yeah. Whatever. Did you take a disliking to him? Is it, I'm trying to remember what it is. Correspondence chess, perchance?
Objection!
Is this what you want from me? It is not! I figured that was what we were gonna get when it was announced at the TGS. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't expecting a new game. I truly was just like, this is clearly just gonna be a recap. But then people were taking it way too far. But yeah, I don't know. I have gripes about, even though I love Ghost Trick and I think that Ghost Trick should get more people to play it, I have gripes with them coupling it up with the Ace Attorney page, because it's not an Ace Attorney game. And sure, the games are similar in terms of them both being detective games, but it deserves its own shine. But whatever. If it gets more people playing Ghost Trick, that's great. I think more people, I think everyone should play Ghost Trick at least once in their life. But whatever. If looks could kill, I better think carefully before challenging her again. Okay, that was wrong. I'm just gonna press everything because I feel like I'm gonna get something wrong and it's gonna be very sad. I don't think anyone could have done it but that dreadful man. Yeah.
Hold it!
You seem very confident in your assertion. Why is that?
Because all the other children of my little home are absolute sweethearts. They have faith in themselves and one another. They have faith in the guards. And me.
Press everything. A solid strategy. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm kind of at the point that I'm, like, just, like, floundering around, and I'm like, you know, just pressing everything is probably the best thing to do.
And they have worked hard every day to better themselves. None of them could dare commit murder.
It's a very touching reasoning, indeed, and I don't believe a word of it. Yeah, you have to adapt that strategy in some fan games, true. I haven't played many Ace Attorney fan games, really. I really should. I just haven't really explored it. But I've heard there's a few really good ones, I just haven't even touched them.
But Canis, oh, he's rotted to the core. He's the only one who would have done something like that.
There's no telling what went on between him and the victim. Well, they are correspondence chest bodies. Mr. Knight was being kept in the holding cell, while Mr. Canis was in the prison proper. What could possibly have happened between them where they were at opposing ends of the facility? Prison aren't as big as they seem, you know. Kind of awful things can happen. But Knight only arrived 2 days before he was murdered. I can't imagine anything significant happening in this short space of time.
You don't know Canis, my darling.
That's not the right word, my dear, but like, whatever.
We'll find a way, I'm sure of it.
Lighthouse of Lunacy from good old Blackroom, definitely one of the best fan cases I've played and features all the original characters. Really? Interesting, I've never heard of that. Cool. I should check it out at some point. I don't think I'll stream it because I have a massive backlog at the moment. After we play this, we're playing Paranormal Sight, which I'm very, very excited for. And then after that, I'm not entirely, I can't completely remember what we're gonna go with. I think we're gonna go with Oberdin, because I haven't played Oberdin yet. Which I think is a tragedy, because allegedly it's really good. But we're probably gonna play Oberdin after playing Paranormal Sight, and then we'll go from there. But Blackroom is known for making great cases. That's awesome. Heard great things about Oberdin, yeah. And I have no idea what the game is about. I just know I've heard it's something murder mystery, something like that. I was told to go into it as blind as possible, so I am gonna go into it as blind as possible. I have an encyclopedic knowledge of Oberdin. I would love to see you play. Oh yeah, it's like one of those classics that I've heard so much about, and every single time I'm talking to my friends, and they're like, oh, have you played Oberdin? I'm like, oh, I haven't. They're like, you haven't played Oberdin? What are you doing with your life? Hidden special fixations? Hell yeah. It seems like it has a great style, based on the very, very small amount of knowledge that I have of the game. So I'm very excited to check it out at some point. Once we're done Paranormal Sight, which I don't know how long that game is, but after this and after Paranormal Sight, it will be Oberdin time.
Hold it!
How can he take a disliking to somebody all the way over in the holding cells?
Oh, I'm just plucking possibilities out of air, darling. As I said, there's no telling what really went on between them. You're so awfully serious, aren't you? Not that I mind, of course.
Why is she looking at me like that?
So noble, so dashing in that marvelous suit. So clever.
Ace's ass attorney. Hi, Amber. Welcome in. I mean, Ace. Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go. How are you doing, Amber? How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? So marvelous and dashing. Wow, this is like the greatest attorney 2-1.
I could feel myself becoming your biggest fan, darling. I really can.
Sorry, wrong game. Oh, darn, Amber. Darn. How's it going? How's it going, friend? Bueno, how are you, friendo? Doing great. Doing great. I mean, I would describe Edgeworth as an ass. Yeah, but yeah. Ugh.
Stay with me, Mr. Edgeworth.
I wasn't prepared for that mental onslaught. It was too much for my brain. Whatever the sort of details, it was him. He stabbed the poor man to death. 1 second. I want to check the autopsy report real second. Killed by a stab wound to the throat. There's also a small cut in the scalpel from where you suffered a blow to the head. Sweet scent can be detected. Is she playing with Monster Probably? We should play Monster Prom. It'd be really fun.
Hold it!
Unfortunately, I will not have time until next week, but the weird voices make my day. I'm having a good time. I love voicing characters. I may not be great at it. I'm not a good voice actor. Question mark. I don't even know I would say that. If anything, I'm just doing it to have fun. But I'm having fun with it, and that's what matters. So that's great. You're the best. Oh, thank you, Amber. What more can you tell us about the sordid details?
Well, we all know what Canis did for a living. I doubt the killing part gave him much trouble. Especially as the victim was already injured. His neck, I think. Could have turned his head to the right, poor dear. That's what they told me when they brought him in, anyway.
You must make some sort of report for the warden when new prisoners are admitted. You seem keen for us to think you didn't know much about knights.
It's because I didn't, sweetie. And the victim was simply a fun target to that monster. Nothing more. I expect Canis used that chisel that was hidden in the chest set, did you? Don't you? Awful grisly business. Just imagine, that man probably didn't even have time to cry out.
I see. Thank you for your thoughts. They were very helpful. Actually, I'd like you to hear about them in a little more detail, if you don't mind.
Mr. Edgeworth, you're making me blush. I could chat with you all day.
I'm hoping that I'm making her sound really annoying, because I want to make her sound really annoying.
Don't look so nervous, darling. I'm only teasing. Of course we could talk about them some more.
I said Canis used the chisel that was hidden in the chest set, don't you? How would you know that? You wouldn't know that.
Objection!
Yeah, okay, that was right. Okay. Big brain? Massive brain cell. Warden Legard, you strike me as being more careful than the image you project suggests.
Oh, Edgeworth, please. Call me Fifi, or Sweetie Pie, if you prefer.
However, I think you might have been a little less careful than you realize in this instance.
Teehee, aren't you the most adorable little creature? Don't be embarrassed. We're all family here. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't let her get inside your head.
You said earlier that you don't know much about Knight. In which case, I find it rather strange that you know about the chisel.
Well, of course I do, darling. Do you think we don't check prisoners when they come in?
Objection!
You're not taking... That was not the right word. That was not the right English. You're not talking your way out of this, Warden. This is entirely irrelevant, and you know it. Knight didn't bring the chest set into the prison himself. It was brought by Mr. Saint when he came to visit. Knight would have had it when he arrived.
What? I mean, of course that. When Mr. Saint came in, we...
Objection!
You checked him? I find it hard to believe. Because if you did, that makes your story all the stranger. If you found the chisel, why did you not confiscate it there and then?
Eek!
We haven't seen that sprite yet. Very good sprite. Tasty. Scrumptious, even. Judge Gavel, did you tell anyone about the hidden compartment in the chest set?
I did not.
Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. If no one leaked your findings, then how exactly did you learn about the chisel, Warden Legard? Because it certainly couldn't have been when you checked Knight or Mr. Saint on your arrival. Indeed. Such a thing would imply an intentional, that is the wrong word, intentional oversight if that had been found. Yet let through. I do like the name for Justine Courtney. Yeah, Verity's good. Verity, I'm warming up to it. When I saw the list, I didn't enjoy it incredibly much when I saw it the first time, but I feel like it's a thing that I've warmed up to. And I feel like I've warmed up with Eddie too. I mean, I'll still think of him as Raymond, or Ray Shields, but Eddie, it works. It works. And I'm honestly really happy with a majority of the the real translation. Raymond Shields, on the other hand. Yeah, it's a weird one to get used to. I like that his name's Defender, though. I think that's silly. I think that's silly and very funny, haha. But yeah. I'm warming up to Eustace as well. I was not a part of the group that really hated Eustace at the beginning. I had like a second. I had like a second of being, oh dear lord, why did they call him Eustace? And then eventually I've warmed up to him. So I do like it. I do like Eustace Winter now. It took me like a day or two to be like, interesting. That's not the bestie. I miss the bestie. But now I'm like, yeah, my guy Eustace. He's great. Love him. Precisely. So, Warden Lagarde, and answer truthfully this time. Where and when did you learn about the chess set? If you won't answer, then allow me. Submit that you...
Alright, darling. There's no need to rub it in. You got me, alright? I questioned knights. That was when I learned about the chess set. But please, you have to believe me. I did not kill him.
One moment, Warden. This is a significant development. The court requests that you make a detailed statement on the record. Any objections, Mr. Edgeworth? None, Your Honor.
Thank you, darlings. I'll clear up this awful misunderstanding, I promise.
Ugh, that's right.
Very well, go ahead, Warden Lagarde, and please tell the truth this time.
Her lies are starting to wear thin. This is my chance to expose her.
I said I questioned the knight, but it wasn't anything serious, you understand. I made a point of talking to every newcomer to our little home. Knight was no different. We just had a little chat, you might call it. And then after we talked, I had him taken back to his cell straight away. The more she lies, the more thorough she seals her fate. So it was simply a conversation with a new detainee. That seems entirely above board. Exactly, Verity, darling. I knew you'd understand.
Objection!
Well, I don't. What proof do you have to back up your statement? I suppose we shall see, won't we?
Mr. Edgeworth, you may begin your cross-examination.
I said I questioned Knight, but it wasn't anything serious. I'm pressing
Hold
that.
it!
So am I right in assuming that you talked to Knight the night before the show? Exactly, darling. It would have been around 3 a.m. on the 27th.
3 a.m. Falls squarely within the window of time laid out on the autopsy report. Does it? Do we have the autopsy report? We do! 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. on the 27th. Great.
That seems rather late for a friendly chat.
Wouldn't he have been asleep?
Normally, yes, but if you remember, a guard was attacked in his cell. We had to examine the scene of the crime, gather information. These things take time, sweetie. I assure you he was wide awake. We all were.
Regardless, I find it somewhat odd that you were chose to question him at such a late hour.
Oh, you're such a tease, aren't you?
Ugh.
Anyway, no matter how odd you think it is, I had him brought to me, and that's what happens. Unless you really insist on questioning every last thing I say.
Sorry, Fiefs. He was like a dog with a bone sometimes. I'll be sure to scold him once we're done, Fiefs. Fiefs. My god. Once we're done this, I need to look at the wiki page for, I would say Raymond, Eddie. I want to see a list of all of the nicknames that this guy says, because they're so funny. So, would you mind giving us a bit more info? Like, where you had him brought to?
My office, of course. Where else?
Her office, which is where we believe the body was moved from. Would you mind appending what you said to your testimony?
Hehe, anything for you, darling.
Alright, so this would be it, then. 3 a.m. the night before the show, I had him brought to my office. Great. Remind me where your office is.
You've seen the sign in the detention center corridor, I imagine. One that says no entry. That's it, sweetie. My office is just up there. A short walk from the holding cells.
I understand that you also have access to the yard.
Why, of course. That's where my gorgeous little garden is. Oh, I see where you're going with this. You're saying that's how I move the body.
You had the means and the opportunity. It's hardly impossible.
Overruled.
Hardly impossible proves nothing. You have no evidence for this assertion.
Objection!
There's no other way the body could have been moved.
Overruled.
Surely you haven't forgotten that it was Mr. Saint that dropped Mr. Knight's body down the well. Yeah, what she said. You're miles off, Edgeworth. Very funny. Oh my god. God, that's so good. Eustace, you're the funniest goddamn person. I probably should have pushed this any further for now. I'm gonna keep pressing. What did you and Knight speak about?
Oh, nothing much. Just some small talk, really. I asked him about what animals he liked and what his hobbies were.
His hobbies? I imagine you talked about chess. It's gonna be hard to beat the fan one so far, but so far Verity's is nice. Yeah, well, I'm very biased to the overrules that they had in the fan translation. That was like a really, really mwah chef's kiss voice that I have stuck in my brain. Eustace's voice is freaking phenomenal. Eustace was voiced by a very famous drag queen, which I think is very awesome. I love how it lends itself very nicely to the trans Eustace headcanon. I love it. It's great. His hobbies. Then I imagine you talked about chess.
Oh yes, I couldn't stop him talking about it. In fact, he even had a piece of paper covered with little notes about it in his cell. At least, I think that's what they were talking about.
So she's seen Knight's correspondence chess diagram.
We just had a little chat, you might call it. Okay,
Hold
sure.
it.
Whatever you say, ma'am.
How was it? How was he when you spoke with him?
Oh, he was so open and honest, darling.
What? That guy? Honest?
He was talking about one croissant and promoting a prawn. I suppose he must have been hungry.
And passant and promoting a pawn. Seems he spared no one from his obsession with chess.
And after we talked, I had him taken back to his cell straight away.
Hold it!
If he really had gone back to his cell, he would have been alive today.
You really think I murdered the poor man right there in my office, don't you? And what would my motive have been, darling? I told you I barely knew him. I'm no angel. I have my grudges against Connie's. But Knight has nothing to do with that animal.
She really does hate Connie's. Word of the guard, I must insist that you append that statement to your testimony. Ooh, okay, so there was another statement. I know Angel, but I have grudges against Connie's, but Knight had nothing to do with this animal. I'm gonna save. Why? Because I don't trust that I'm gonna be correct with this. Alright, there we go. Let's present the chess.
Objection!
Yeah, okay, it is the chess this time. Yippee! We're finally gonna be able to talk about this. Just give Val. I would like you to take a look at this. It's about a game of chess. What is the significance of this, Mr. Edgeworth? Me after every choice, yeah. Yeah. I have I've been playing The Greatest Attorney with a friend it's really interesting because said friends played Leda versus Wright first before playing The Greatest Attorney, so it's really interesting to see someone play it the other way around, because everyone usually plays it. I say everyone, but most people usually play Leda versus Wright after playing The Greatest Attorney. So it's been very interesting. But every single time that every single time they make a choice in any capacity, they always save, and I'm like, yeah, that's the way to play it. Like you gotta save. I don't, especially when you're playing it the first time, you don't know what the answer's supposed to be, so you might as well. It was found in Knight's cell, which is exactly where you saw it too, warned the guard. But you didn't just see this game in Knight's cell, did you? You've seen it in Mr. Connie's cell too. What do you mean?
Objection!
Oh, come now. Don't tell me you haven't taken a look at the chessboard in maximum security. I love that sprite. Very good. I imagine you watch his every move like a hawk. Or rather, I imagine you feel that doing so is your only option. She wants to find out who his cronies are, right? Personally interrogating your prisoners is highly irregular, to say the least. But as you said, Mr. Connies had threatened you. He put your precious home at risk. That's why you took it upon yourself to question him. You want to find out who his dogs were.
So what if I did?
You also told us that you read his letters, which means you must have known about the one key fact. You knew he was playing correspondence chess.
Ah!
And then who should appear but Knight, carrying with him a diagram of a very particular game. We have sort of ourselves used that diagram to infer a connection between two men, and it seems you came to the same conclusion. But in your fear, you took your reasoning one step further. You surmised that Knight was Mr. Connie's henchman, sent to kill you. Which is the real reason why she had that chat with the Brockster. The Brockster, my guy. If his boss wouldn't crack, maybe he would. And when you questioned Knight, you made another discovery. For there inside his chest set, you found a hidden chisel. A murder weapon itself! As far as you were concerned, that chisel meant one thing. Connie's. Thus you convinced yourself that Knight was working with Connie's, and that's why you killed him. Hell yeah. I see you have no more excuses. Judge Galvelle, your verdict, please. Much as it grieves me, there would appear to be a little room for doubt. Excuse me? I hereby give my verdict. Bronco Knight was murdered by... What? The name of the goddess of justice! Who is it this time? Oh, Warren?
It's a joke! It's a little big stupid joke! You people just don't get it, do you?
I think we've proven that it's you who didn't understand things correctly.
Me? Please, darling. I understand it all perfectly well, thank you very much. And I understand—
Oh my god, I forgot about that sprite. Wow, what a sprite that is. Well, I'm just gonna let it spin for a little bit. She's getting a little— this poor ferret's getting a little dizzy, I think.
If I understand that there's a glaring contradiction in your theory, Mr. Edgeworth.
And I understand there's a glaring contradiction in your theory. That's what he said. Huh, you're just grasping at straws now. I want that pet ferret. Say, it's a cute little pet ferret, little fella. I think it's a ferret. I could be wrong. Things just going, yo, yeah. Things is going. I have no time for this. Your Honor, the verdict.
Overruled.
I am curious to hear what the warden has to say. What?
You're a dull Verity. I just have one last thing to say. And Mr. Edgeworth can declare himself the winner.
You rang? God, it's so funny. Does anyone remember a certain autopsy report? Of course, we received the finalized version only this morning.
That's right, and I was listening to what you told us about a Verity, if nobody else was. You said the wound was 4 inches deep.
I love them. I love them so much. 4 inches? Wait.
Riddle me this, Mr. Edgeworth. How does a tiny chisel make a 4-inch wound?
No! Forgive me, O goddess. I came perilously close to making a terrible mistake.
Looks like your theory is the one that doesn't hold water, Edgeworth. What do we do?
It'll be fine, Mr. Edgeworth. Always comes through. Looks like to me the Milesatron is out of commission. The Milesatron. You're an attorney too, aren't you? Why don't you do something? Turn things on their head with a desperate bluff. Clear out the most mind-blowing thing that comes to you. That's not Gummy's voice, but we'll pretend it is. Look, detective, I'm as much of a man of action as the next guy. But without evidence, we're up a creek with no paddle here. This might be the end of the road.
We can't give up now. We have to do something.
I am thinking because it is suddenly black and there's suddenly no background. Therefore, I'm thinking really hard in my little Miles Edgeworth brain cells. Quick, what would Phoenix do? So true. I'm certain that Warren Lagarde is the killer. It's the only explanation that fits the facts of the case. If the chisel wasn't the murder weapon, what other bladed weapon is there in the facility? It seems we do not still have all the answers, nor the evidence to prove those answers. Alas, we must wait until trial to see this matter resolved, I'm afraid.
Objection!
Oh, come on, G. You're just giving the killer a chance to destroy the evidence.
Overruled.
And you're calling the judicial process into question, Mr. Fender. Eep? No, not me. I tried, Miles. You have any bright ideas? It's a real murder weapon, since it's clearly not the chisel. Confound it! Whoa, just like Flat Gigo from Ghost Trick. No, that's not Flat Gigo. That's Mr. I always called the guy from Ghost Trick who has the weird owl kind of face, the storyteller based on Lena vs. Right. So I always called him the storyteller guy when I played through it, so I could just never think of his name. I just think, oh, it's a storyteller. Which makes no sense to literally anyone else except for me. But the guy who says confounded a lot. This question throws everything we've deduced out the window. Nothing to add, Mr. Edgeworth. Allow me to remind you that claims not supported by sufficient evidence are subjected to the harshest penalties. He's thinking real hard. Oh, you literally just made me wait that? Crazy. It's hopeless. I can't think of anything. I need more time. Loath as I am to admit it, Thank you, Eddie. Oh, it's K. Never mind. You can't give up now! Remember what Mr. Fender said. Simon's counting on us. Without us, he's... Remember how upset he was? He was devastated! Nobody's in more pain than him over Mr. Knight's death. Oh, I'm sure. Oh, I'm sure. The Mano Sorta, I think that's how you say their ship name. The Mano Sorta fandom are shaking in their boots. There's no way he did it. But if we can't save him, who will? And what's more, he believes in us. He's sitting in that cell waiting for us to bring him some good news. And I for one, will walk away until we have some. Hey. Gee, Miles, your little buddy there's quite the motivational speaker. And she's right, too. When you find yourself on the ropes, think of your client. Pictures them pleading with you to help them. Doesn't that make you want to fight back as hard as you can until the very end? Think of your old man, good old Gregory. Thank you for this pep talk, but I believe, just imagining, like, Fifi and Verity just standing there, you know, man standing kind of style, just standing there as they're just like, you've got this, Mr. Edgeworth. I believe in you, kind of shit. No matter how bad things looked, he'd always find a way to turn it around and save his client. And you're just like him, right? If there's any way to force a turnabout here, you're the one who'll find it. Simon's counting on you. This is so deep. Judge Gavelle. You seem to have recovered your composure, Mr. Edgeworth. But if you mean to attempt the defense, I would advise you to consider the ramifications. You have repeatedly proposed misguided theories and have made numerous false accusations. If you do so again, I will have no choice but to judge you unfit to serve as a prosecutor. Sniffles, starts crying, starts sobbing, and will relieve you of your badge for good. She's right. I have put forward a number of theories that prove to be flawed in one way or another. Have I made some sort of fundamental oversight? Wait, she said my theories were misguided. Nothing to say, that the court will tolerate no more of your time wasting. I hereby... Sir, Mr. Edgeworth, give my verdict. And suddenly, I'm thinking really hard, and I finally figured out what it is. So suddenly, the whole background goes blindingly white. Because I really want to make it hard for Ice Train, for everyone who is sitting in a dark room at the moment. That's it, I've been thinking it the wrong way all this time. My theories were misguided. I was being misled. The defendant, Simon, states... I think it's a little too soon for that, Your Honor. I say it's well past due, darling. Wouldn't you agree, Verity? Mr. Edgeworth, you may proceed. What? This is why I have a lamp for my tiny clothes in attic space. Yeah, I get that. Still, sometimes when I'm about to go to sleep, and occasionally I'm scrolling like Discord or something, and then someone like posts like a meme that's like absurdly bright, and then I'm just like, oh, my eyes, my little eyes, they're blinded. Just for like 5 seconds. Anyway, I'd like to remind you of a few things. The sighting of his dog helmet, the fact that he wasn't at the show, these and the other factors made Mr. Connie's the obvious suspect at first.
Overruled.
Flashbang, yeah, really. This again, Mr. Edgeworth, you seem almost proud of your blunder.
Hold
I
it.
love this music. It's so good. I've been listening to my Ace Attorney Investigations 2 soundtrack all the freaking time recently, and it's so good. I have a little playlist of the OST of my favorite songs from AAI2 mostly. There's a few AAI1 songs in there, though, because of course I have to put Line Coldly in there, because Line Coldly's great. I'm not biased at all. But anyway. And I've been listening to it a lot when drawing and stuff. It's great. But what if the real killer wanted us to suspect Mr. Connies? What if it was all carefully arranged? What if the same was true of the chisel, our purported murder weapon? He might have been stabbed multiple times in the same place with a bladed instrument. What if he was stabbed with a chisel after the real murder weapon had been removed? Orchestral tracks for this? Yes! I love, if I remember correctly, the, orchestra from 2022 had Ace Attorney Investigations 2 music, I believe. Right? Was it? I think it was AAI2, right? Yeah. And I listened to it when it came out. It was so freaking good. Occasionally I do go back to the orchestra soundtrack for it. It's just very good. I'm glad that they added it. I was really happy that they added AAI2 music. Of all things, because this is way before it was ported. Just to leave traces of blood for us to find. That was how the killer misled us into thinking the chisel was the murder weapon. But why misled us in this way? Why indeed? Why make us think the chisel is the murder weapon, rather than what was actually really used? Because it is. No, I was silly. Earth's a Milotron. Maybe have a little think about what you just said. It's cool to give you another chance. Don't talk to me. Don't even talk to me. Because he wants to frame freaking Dogen. What's his name? Bodhidharma. Anis. Why make us think the chisel is a murder weapon rather than whatever it is? Because they want to get Connie's transferred. Warden, you took advantage of what the chisel seemed to suggest. What is it suggested? What are you talking about, darling?
Hold it!
Mr. Witter, if I were to tell you the murder weapon was the chisel, what would you think? Mr. Connies is the killer? And there you have it. That was a trap the warden set for us. Oh, Mr. Connies has a bunch of chisels, so she wanted us to think it was one of his, right? Indeed. That was her plan right from the start. Frame Bodhidharma Connies. Your reasoning would appear to be sound. Warden Lagarde certainly seems to harbor a deep and abiding hatred for Mr. Connies. However, I think you know what I'm gonna say next. Sits on a pillow while numbing dinner. Hello? Hi, maid. How's it going? How's it going? What are you eating for dinner? It's like 1:30 p.m. right now, so it is not dinner time for me, but I hope for all of you guys who are eating dinner, I hope you guys are having a good dinner. How are you? I am swell. I am doing just swell. I'm excited that we're back to doing AAI2. It was a very long 2 weeks. Actually, lunchtime for me? Yeah, it's 1:30 for me. 1:30 p.m. for me, yeah. I had a pretty hearty breakfast earlier, so I'm not that hungry, but, I will certainly be eating after we are done streaming today, which is gonna be probably 2 hours or something? I don't know. 12 a.m. for me? Oh, yeah. CST. That alone is not sufficient proof that Warden Lagarde is the killer. I knew that wouldn't be enough. Cook some sweet peas and roasted potatoes, 7:30 p.m. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, God, I love potatoes so much. Sweet peas and roasted potatoes sound so good right now. Damn. There's only one thing that would prove it. The real murder weapon that we know must exist. If you cannot prove your theory, then this conversation ends here.
Objection!
There's some nachos that I believe are not eaten at the moment that are in the fridge right now, and I am thinking about them really hard. I want them very badly. If we could just find the real murder weapon.
Objection!
How many times do we have to go over this? We searched the prison from top to bottom. Sarah's noms, thank you. Eustace is quite correct. No other possible murder weapons have been found, so I'm afraid that you're a bit of an impasse.
Objection!
I can still prove my case yet, Your Honor. It's still here inside the prison. This would have made sure of that. The security gate. Yeah, that was Eustace's voice. Yeah! I am glad that you at least remember what it is. Do you remember what it does? Of course I do. I'm not an idiot. Security gate detects metal, which means you can't bring anything metal into the prison or take it out. Oh! They've got it, Your Honor. Precisely. If there is another murder weapon, it cannot have been taken off the premises. The winner! Nor can it have been brought into the prison in the first place. And so we find ourselves right back where we began. Just Cavell. What I'm trying to tell you, Mr. Edgeworth, is that if you wish me to believe that there is another murder weapon here in the prison, you will also have to explain to me how it got here. Alright, we know that the chisel was smuggled into the prison inside a pocket chess set. But our contention is that the chisel is not a real murder weapon. So if the weapon came from outside the facility, then there must have been a way to bring it in. Yes, the question of the hour is this. Can you show me this alternate route? How did the weapon Warden Lagarde use to get into the prison? You borrowed evidence from the police to help you with your investigation, is that correct? Why, yes, sweetie. Everything related to Connie's is with me now. Wow. Heaven knows how many times I've called a secretive scoundrel into my office to talk with him. It was just not. I didn't care. Just what is that? Of course, that's how. The fact that this is here with us shows how a bladed object could have been brought into the facility as well. I can't save. Pocket chess set. No! I'm saving because I'm scared. Nice thinking. That's a great way to get something made of metal into the prison. Indeed, even a metal item would have been. Before you congratulate yourselves any further, would you care to explain your thinking? Wait, you mean you can't use that at all? Mr. Edgeworth, I believed in you! I'm still worth believing in. Because your name is Edgeworth. Funny. Funny, haha. But there isn't some... But there isn't a way something made of metal could have gotten in here undetected after all? There is, and it involves things coming into the prison that were brought in by a visitor. We have a piece of evidence that shows how metal objects could have brought in without raising the alarm. I hate to sweater down again. What are you picking up? What are you trying to put down here? So then after Warsaw, yeah, okay. Talking about something about the person, the thingy, what is it called? The thing that, the Bogan, what is his name? Connie's, is, okay, well, the tunnel? No, that's not right. Oh, no.
Overruled.
Do we have a piece of evidence for that? I don't know. I don't know. Is it literally just a chisel? Is that what you want from me?
Take that.
No. Okay, that was incredibly wrong. We're loading. That we're getting way too close to not having enough health for this.
Overruled.
Oh, I can't autoplay because this is the first time we went through this. Oh. Okay, whatever. It's fine. Could be way worse. Reverse, yeah. Metal objects can be brought in without raising the alarm. Ah, okay. The fact that this is here with us shows that... Okay. I swear it would have been the chisel, right? I'm thinking about this wrong. Correspondence has the camera. Security gate, I guess we could check the security gate. 3 a.m., 6 a.m. It's 6 a.m. on the 27th. Let's do the security gate. No, that's not right. That's not right at all. What do you want from me? I'm so confused.
Take that!
Open layout? No, there's no, that's not it. That's not it. Okay. I'm at the point where I will present everything. I don't know what you want from me. We're so close, too. We're so close.
Overruled.
I'm gonna save again at the end of this because we just keep having to walk through it really slowly. Yeah, alright. False things coming to the prison that weren't brought in by a visitor. Alright, we're saving there. Okay. Pizza this shows that metal objects can be brought in the visitor without raising an alarm. Oh, is it just the breaker? Is it just the breaker? Is that what you're thinking? Game? We're so close. Turn about a blaze. Oh no, turn about a blaze.
Take that!
No, it's not that. What are you talking about? I am so confused. I keep having like small eureka moments where I'm like, oh, it's gonna be this, and then it's not right. I'm supposed to be smart here. I've played this two times. I'm supposed to know what's happening. Whatever, it's fine. After this is here, shows the blue object of the sealed key as well.
Take that!
Not that.
Overruled.
I might just let the health bar run out. But only Outer Wilds was like this, truly. If only Outer Wilds was like this. Honestly, though, I feel like they balanced it well in Outer Wilds. They could have made it way harder to get back to what previous loops were at. Yeah, there was no way that was gonna be it. To be fair, though, I feel like we've gotten like significantly far in this case without having to save scum. Of being able to play it again. Oh, yeah, true. True. There's no way to play that game ever again. Yeah. I get that.
Take that!
It's not that. There's no way it's that.
Overruled.
I love spamming. It is my favorite activity. Okay, rope?
Take that!
No,
Overruled.
that is wrong. It's my badge. No, I'm not gonna present the badge. There's no need to present the badge here. It's certainly not the rubber glove, right? Yeah, there's no way. Let's load again. We're doing the true Ace Attorney moment here. I watched a short video documentary about from Game Maker Toolkit. One of the days the bag will be there. Yeah, it'll happen. It'll be so joyous. About how mystery games are formed and how like this is like the type of game where you could just like press everything, while laden games are like ones that like it'll just build you up to it, but you're not like presenting things. So I think it was interesting looking at that and then thinking of Laden versus Right, which is like a mixture of both. To give you some credit, I'm probably like my 10th go of this game. This has always been like one of the trickiest presents to me. Well, that's good to know. That makes me feel a little better. Because I don't know what I'm doing. Like everything else, because I know how the case ends, it's like kind of leading towards it. But yeah, okay, that's not it. So I like can tell where it's trying to go. Never mind at this point as much as other questions. Good to know, good to know, good to know. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. We've checked the bracelets, right? Yeah, I was like, we've done that. It falls back to a point made really early on. Oh, jeez. The thing that I could think about is Rocky and stealing the thing. That's not, no, that's not really early on, though. That was, like, last stream. Prison Search? No. Yeah, okay, it's not Prison Search. It's not Prison Search. Let's load. Let me think. Thinking about when we were talking to Simon. I hate to let her down again. I'm so sorry, Miles. You have been let down like 5 times. The camera footage? No.
Overruled.
Thank God it lets you go faster after you do it the first time. It's not the dog chess piece, right? No, okay. I was like, it can't possibly be the dog chess piece. Chess diagram? We've done the tunnel pits, we've done the security.
Take that!
No. What? Okay. Loading again. We'll do the last page. Is it talking about the Dogen bell? The bell that he has, that there's 2 bells and they're attached to 2 chisels? Oh, well, I think we know that they're attached to chisels, or no? Autopsy report? No. This? But you're getting there?
Take that!
It is the bell! What the hell did you want from me? Okay. Let me to remind you of our conversation with Mr. Connies yesterday. Yes, but it was one of the bells. I'm not voicing him right now. Just 2. 2 and only 2. 1 for my knife and 1 for the beloved helmet. Exquisitely crafted, utterly unique. My ears are my guide, after all, and I must be able to use my tools precisely. Of course, as you said, the knife has long been since taken from me. Right. So you see, there is a way for objects to be brought into the prison unscrutinized. Part of the evidence Lord Morgan Lagarde borrowed from the police. That is crazy that that's the contradiction there. Interesting. Interesting. What? Mr. Canis's knife was part of the evidence in the case against him, and that evidence was here in the prison. Not only that, the knife had a certain bell attached to it. The bell that was attached to the chisel. Correct. The killer took the bell from the knife and attached it to the chisel. That can't be right. The chisel only had Mr. Knight's fingerprints on it. He didn't have to explain if the killer wore gloves. She made it look like the chisel was the murder weapon, and then attached the bell to it. And in doing so, she made sure that the evidence pointed to Mr. Canis. And who had the access to the evidence from which the bell was taken? Why, only the person to whom it has been trusted. Who was it, sir? Who's been messing with the evidence? I believe that would be you. Is that correct, Warden Lagarde?
Bells aren't exactly rare, you know. Anyone could have set that up.
Objection!
Luckily for you, that isn't quite true. These particular bells are unique, because there are only 2 of them in existence.
What?
What? By attaching that bell to the chisel, you are as good as declared yourself the killer.
But you don't have any proof that the knife was ever here to begin with.
Hold it!
I don't. Not a new one yet. Not yet, anyway. Mr. Winter, I'd like you to order another search of the prison. Right away.
Huh?
Well, but if you do find something, that's gonna make things awkward for me. This isn't about what's convenient for you. You have to find the truth. You're a prosecutor, aren't you? Well, yeah, but... you know. This is a worthless excuse for a prosecutor. If I had investigative authority, I wouldn't be sitting on it. Anywho, it's not my decision to make. The warden would have to authorize it. You know full well that she wouldn't do no such thing. You have the power to insist on a search. Use it. Oh, I like that dialogue. He's kind of like teaching Eustace how to do things. That's really cute.
Sorry, darling, but not without evidence.
The goddess of justice cannot bestow her blessings on those who lack proof to support their claim. Our work here is done. The rest of the matter will have to be settled in the courtroom. No, if we give up Lagarde the opportunity to destroy whatever evidence is left, I have to object. I have to stop them. But what do I say? I don't have anything concrete to offer. What am I thinking? I've never this reckless. No, I can't back down now. Gotta put everything on the line. I'm not a prosecutor right now. Associate attorney with a client to defend. Hi, Simon. Only I could save Mr. Saint. And this means... even if my chances are 1,000,000 to 1, still worth a shot. It's now or never. Should I object? Yes. I wonder what happens if you click no there. I don't want to risk the health bar because I have it already really low, but I'm curious. I suppose this might be how a certain serial bluffer always feel. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Well, I wonder who that guy is. Anyway, regardless, I cannot walk away.
Objection!
Wait, Your Honor. This had better be good, Mr. Edgeworth. Got it. Got what exactly? The real murder weapon, of course. I know where Mr. Canis's knife is. Do you really, Mr. Edgeworth? I do. Not at all. He does. He really doesn't know. If I did not know better, I would say that you were bluffing. Huh. You wooed me, Your Honor. I don't know the meaning of the word. Oh, this is terrible for my heart. There's no way you could. If it's not here, I tell you. Well, would you be so kind to enlighten us? Where is the real murder weapon? I know where it is. Think, Smiles, think. Somewhere not even the police would search. Blind spot in the zoo. Hiding place that the warden could be absolutely sure of. A hiding place. No. Yeah. If you insist. Come on, Helmet, open up. Open your mouth, little puppy. Yeah. Thanks, little guy. Did she use the same trick? No, that's ridiculous, isn't it? But the more I think about it, how many foolproof ways to evade detection could there be? That's also absurdly dangerous for the creature. Mr. Edgeworth, how long do you intend to keep us waiting? There's the faintest possibility I'm right. If I'm wrong, we stand to lose everything. This is where the real murder weapon is. There.
Take that!
Here, in the yard? Indeed. I don't believe I understand. Would you care to explain a little more? Uh-huh. Yeah.
Take that!
Of course. That's what it must have been. Huh? What's the matter, detective? It's a metal detector, sir. It's, reacting to the alligator. What? How? That's fantastic. I love this case. This case is great. The metal detector was reacting to something inside her after all. Your Honor, I'd like to remind you of this piece of evidence. The chisel? Did I just figure that out? That isn't the murder weapon? You might recall that Mr. Connors hid the chisel into his dog's mouth. Would you believe that the real murder weapon was hidden much the same way? That's right. The murder weapon is inside the alligator in the pond over there. What? No way! We detected the presence of a metallic object during our earlier investigation. Judge Gavelle, we need to know what's inside that alligator. Understood. Then we will need to summon a veterinarian. I'm sure I can get the little sweetie to open up for us. I'd be happy to give it a try. Thanks, Regina. Please, by all means. Thanks, Regina. We appreciate you in this house. Warn Lagarde. The real murder weapon is about to be revealed. Why not do the right thing and confess? I have nothing to confess. As you wish. You can simply wait and watch as your lies are exposed. Sure, we got it. Oh, I forgot what that looked like. That's certainly a knife. This has gotta be it. It's over, Fifi Lagarde. It's so over, Lagarde. The real murder weapon was Bodhi Harma Connie's knife, making you the only person who could have killed Bronco Knight. I'm not the criminal here. This is all Connie's doing. I did the right thing. Knight was a friend. He was Connie's lapdog. Where's that despicable man, Connie's? Why did he have to come and ruin my perfect little home? We could have been happy forever if it wasn't for him. He ruined my paradise on Earth. He ruined everything. Curse him. Curse that pitiless butcher. That awful, terrible man. Curse him. Yeah, I'm not doing the whole thing. God. Oh my god, it's so cursed looking. I forgot how horribly cursed it is just to see the little snouts appear from her jacket. There's only so much air capacity in your lungs. Yeah. Prosecutor, the winner, sir. The winner, sir. The winner? The bestie? The winner? Okay, I see how I'm picking up what you're putting down, game. The test results have just come back. The winner? Guess we've all been through a lot of stress. Traces of Bronco Knight's blood was found on Mr. Connis' knife. Just like you said, sir. Congratulations on a stunning victory. Thank you, officer. Excellent work. You can continue complimenting me if you like. Yes, sir. The winner wins again. I think I'm welling up a little. With rage. Excellent work, Eustace. Just a few loose ends to tie up, and we're done. Huh? What are you talking about? I just solved the case, didn't I? We have yet to confirm whether or not Knight really was working for Mr. Connis. It would be vital to know if Warden Lagarde was simply jumping to conclusions on that front. Huh? There's Clueless. And then there's you. Well, I guess we better get back to our investigation. Alright, officer. You're with me. You're about to see the winner win a lot more. Prepare to witness first rate investigating talent in the action. Yes, sir. I'm right with you, sir. Can't wait to watch you work. It's winning time! I'm so glad that's actually canon. I was so worried it was a fan edit. I think that's beautiful. That brings me so much joy that It's Winning Time is canon. I was so worried it was a fan edit. Like, I have a friend who was streaming, and we rated said friend. and was like, do you know if It's Winning Time is real? And I was like, no, I don't. I've not seen it yet. Was so happy because this case happens on my birthday too. Oh my god, that's beautiful. You were born on the winning time. It was the winning day. That is so good. Oh, that makes me so happy that that's real. I expect this case will cause quite a stir. The attempted murder of a president is news enough, and now his would-be assassin has been murdered. And I never sought to kill the president in the first place. The truth is not always important as it might seem, Mr. Edgeworth, in the eyes of both society and the law. How can you even say that? You don't even have to believe me. However, as a prosecutor, Mr. Edgeworth is obliged to accept that this is the reality of the world he operates in. Being a prosecutor is more than proving people guilty. That's what I believe. I love her theme. Did you know I like her theme? Her theme's really good. We are all free to believe as we choose, but the law is not to be toyed with for our own personal gains. If you refuse to accept this, then you must prepare to suffer the consequences. What does that mean? Well, you're not going to take his... I'm afraid I must be going now. Farewell, Mr. Edgeworth. Bye. Bye, Justine. We'll miss you. We'll see you next case. Judge Gavel's right. Must be only one set of laws for everyone. But if following the laws means sacrificing the truth, then I really do that in good consciousness. Hi! Hey! Oh my god, it's the guy! Oh my god. I forgot that he came and moved and has a run sprite. Sorry, I was surprised. I did not expect him to just run out. Wanna brew me some tea? I'll be back. Well, I hope you have a wonderful tea. And a great time. Simon, you're out! Oh my god, it's Money. Hi, Regina. Is everything alright? They did let you out, right? Oh, yeah? I'm so confused about what's going on. Some guy just came and told me I was free to go. And I have Mr. Edgeworth to thank. You sure do. Mr. Edgeworth found who the real killer was. Wow, really? You did that for me, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, no. Oh, no. Stop staring at me like that. I'm innocent, I swear. Don't pull the rug out from under me now. Stop it, silly. It's true. He saved you. So say thanks already. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Thank you. And a great big Regina Berry thank you from me, too. Mr. Saint talking directly to me? Small victories, I suppose. Can I ask you one question, Mr. Attorney? Sure. I'm not actually an attorney, though. I thought Bronco was my friend. No, my best friend. I trusted him. But now... Well, it's just... I never knew. I never would have believed that he could hate somebody enough to want to kill them. If he kept something like that from me, then he never really trusted me, did he? That's not true, Simon. Of course he trusted you. No, he didn't. If he just told me, I could have stopped him. I could have told him that the hate never helps. And that he had to let go of all that stuff. Says you. I think you're projecting, little guy. Mr. Saint, I think you're forgetting something. I should show him the thing that proves that I trusted him. The chess set, right? It's the chess set I fought for him. It had a tin and chisel inside. I imagine he meant to use it to escape. What? You mean he was using me? No, he believed in you. He knew he could count on you to bring it, and that you would never be so untrusting as to look inside. I imagine that not by telling you. He was hoping he could keep you from getting caught in this mess. Oh, Bronco, why didn't you tell me? At least you understand now, right, Simon? I'm sure he does. He may not show it, but Simon's no dummy. Good night's sleep, and he'll be completely over this whole thing by tomorrow. That's not as complimentary as you think it is. I'll try. I have to, for Bronco. I have to show him I can become the best animal trainer out there. That's the spirit. Look at him go. I almost forgot. We're doing this new show soon. I'd love for you to come, Mr. Edgeworth. Ew. Oh god. Oh, it's that guy again. One sec. Let's just change it so he's not on screen. Yeah. Look at that. Wow, it's a really great poster. Yeah, I don't know what that hand is. It's kind of weird, ain't it? Man, it's crazy. I'll be joining Regina on stage for this one. That's right! The Berry Big Circus is the biggest, most fabulous event in town. You'll have Ludos up front. Sounds great, doesn't it, Mr. Edgeworth? Come on, we have to go. Well, I'll think about it. Thank God Phoenix wasn't the one that, the main protagonist of Ace Attorney Investigations 2, because I think he would see that and then instantly break down. Alright, Simon, got some training to do. I think it's time you and Regent got acquainted. What? Regent? Sire? Oh, no, wait, I can't. No. Alright, I'm back. Welcome back. I hope you got some good tea. Oh, you'll be fine, silly. You'll never need a nicer kitty cat. I can't. He's running. He's gone. Please, Regina, anything but that. Please. Another satisfied customer. Well, that was really something, Smiles. Talk about pulling out of the bag. Couldn't have done it without you, Fender. Without your timely intervention, she would have gotten away. Besides, I have you to thank for being able to investigate the case in the first place. Oh, stop it. Cut me in the back any harder and you're gonna make me blush. Or topple over. I suppose it would be asking too much for you to take this seriously. Seriously? Miles, my friend. I'm always serious. Anyway, how does it feel to save another innocent client? That's what it means to be an attorney, after all. Yeah, they replace his no way with no. Yeah. And I like no way a lot better, but whatever. Fine. They wanted to change it to be an attorney. Gotta say, I had a blast. Reminded me of the good old days. Gregory was standing there right beside me. I like, no, that's fair. It's been like a zillion years since I felt this warm and fuzzy on the job. That's good? Bittersweet. I'm not entirely sure. Say, Miles, you ever thought about going into the defense game full-time? Excuse me? Pick up where Gregory left off. Get up there and actually help people. Hey, pal, don't get any big ideas. Mr. Edgeworth ain't about to switch sides. Why not? Coming over to the light side's all the rage. Everyone's doing it these days. Come on, Mr. Fender. You know it's not about that. Chill, team, chill. Get it twisted. This is asking a perfectly innocent question. No, you weren't. Heck, you are. Looks like I'm about a mean defense team there, Miles. Fender, I'm a prosecutor. Yep, and I'm an attorney. Can be one too. I'm serious. Well, I said my piece. Changed my mind, you know to call. Does Raymond Fender like giving hugs? Well, he's a lot more okay with it. He's not as weird. He does, but he's like, hey man, you don't gotta if you don't wanna, you know? He's more chill uncle, and I really appreciate that they changed that, because, yeah, the fan translation definitely made me dislike him just because of that, because he was weird as hell. I'll be waiting. Yeah, it's nice, yeah. I'm very happy that they changed that. Very, very happy. Follow my father's footsteps. Could I really do such a thing? I'm gonna become a defense attorney, just like my dad. Whoa, Gregory sprite reveal. Wow, look at him. An attorney like my dad. Me? Oh, we're gonna see so much Gregory this next case, and I'm very excited. We're gonna start the case. I don't think we're gonna get much. We're probably gonna have to start before, like, a part ends. Because I wanna start the next case. But I do have a lot of stuff that I do need to do today, so, it's less weirdly gendered and more guy who's physically affectionate but respectful about it, which I appreciate. Yeah. Yeah, it's like that. Oh, I'm so excited. Turnabout Legacy Haikoi. Oh, we're halfway done, guys. This is huge. I wonder what his dad sounds like now that Pro ZD isn't voicing him. Same! I'm also really intrigued. I haven't listened to any of the voice lines because I'm purposely not doing so I can just experience it fully, but I'm intrigued. I also am excited to see what the intro to this case sounds like because it's gonna be different. Hell yeah. Your 3 p.m. cake extravaganza.
Samson and Judy's Bake and Bake.
Oh, interesting. Samson and Judy. Macarons, waffles, cream. I'm not gonna sing this. I'll duck out after the cutscene. My mouse just died in time for me to sleep. Oh, I got that. Okay. Oh, they're so cute! Wow. Yay! I love this case. It's cooking time. Are you ready to make something special together? Swooning. That makes me so happy. Bacon Bob. Oh, they're so cute. I love their little show. Oh, talk about blast from the past. Oh, sorry, I'm unwell. Hey, Gregory, I'm going back there tomorrow with your boy. I'm finally gonna find out what happened 18 years ago. This is making me sick. This is sick and twisted. I love that the lyrics actually go with the music now versus the fan. Oh, true. I didn't even think about that. Oh my god. Oh, I'm so excited for this case. We're not gonna get far. I really think we might just go, maybe do this investigation and then we'll probably go from there. Okay, Z. Have a good sleep, Grovey. Thank you for stopping by. It was great seeing you. Well, Fender, are you finally going to tell me what we're doing here? Why have you brought me to an art gallery of all places? Have fun, will do. Will do. Hey, you have nothing going on. Seems like a perfect chance to come and enjoy the magic of star science stuff together. Oh my god, we're gonna see Ronnie. Sorry, we're gonna see Ronnie. I forgot we're gonna see Ronnie. We're gonna see the lights. This is so huge. I'm leaving. No, Edgeworth, we just got here. We're gonna see the lights. Chill, big guy, I'm just joking. You know about the IS-7 incident, yeah? Your old man's last case? Of course, Von Karma took great pleasure in showing me the files as soon as I became the prosecutor, and I reviewed them last night after your invite. See? I was also present at the trial all those years ago, although my memory of it is somewhat hazy. Right. As a child, I was completely in awe of my father. The sight of him on court was inspirational. Gregory Edgeworth, attorney at law, and opposing him. Hi, Von Karma. A man who would become my mentor, Manfred Von Karma. It was quite the case. Oh god, I have to voice Von Karma. Terrifying concept. I've never voiced Von Karma, I think. Because when I started streaming this the last time, I didn't voice the character because I wasn't really good at voice acting. Not that I'm good now, but I think I'm better. Also, I love this song. That's besides the point. So I have to figure out a voice for Von Karma. This is terrifying. However, it ended with a conviction of the accused. Ah, so you were there too. You were in the courtroom for Gregory's final outing? Feel a lot more comfortable? Yeah, it's been like 2 years since I played this last, so I've had a lot more experience. Well, that'll make explaining things easier. I want you to know something, see? Not something being what really went down. Not the truth in those files, but the capital T truth. I was 18 years ago, smack dab in the middle of a real doozy of a winter. Buildings were covered in a blanket of snow. Looks like the streets were lined with popsicles. Things were so innocent behind the frozen doors. In fact, some pretty sordid stuff went down. Are we gonna go back to Baz? Oh my god, he's so baby! This is back before yours truly was a fine figure of the attorney you see before you today. 18 years ago? Yeah! God, I love this case. Ugh. The paper eater. I like the implication that the wanted sign that's on the right side hasn't changed in 18 years. Hey, Mr. E! This one really came out of the blue, huh? I had to voice Gregory Edgeworth. This is terrifying. How do I voice you? Shit. Okay. Decisions. It did. We were called in before the ink of the arrest papers were even dry. My name is Gregory Edgeworth. I'm a defense attorney. Here visiting a client with my assistant, Eddie Fender. Murder on Christmas Eve? What's the world coming to? In the dark of the night, at the end of the day, I saw 2 timely saviors are coming my way. That's not the voice I want to give for him, but I thought it was really funny to call it like that. Welcome, my friends, to the visitor room. And if we're not friends yet, I'm sure we will be soon. Whoa! Talk about an entrance! Oh my god! 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 Look it up. That makes me so happy. Imagine Fox Dad from Fox of Space. Doesn't make any sense to you. I have no idea what that means. Yeah, that makes me so happy. He has little jazz hands. That's so cute. Whoa, talk about an entrance. I was not expecting that. Neither was I. Sorry if I surprised you. I'm just so happy to see you both. Thanks so much for coming out. Seriously, I can't thank you enough. You're the accused, I take it? I am. Gregory Edgeworth, attorney at law, at your service. I look forward to representing you. This is my assistant, Eddie Fender. Well, pleased to meet you, sir. I'll do everything I can to help. Come now, Edward. Come now, Edward. Calm down, please. You have to forgive him. He's still new to this. He's been helping me out part-time, but he's far from fully-fledged lawyer material yet. I'm kind of trying to give him... I mean, he's not the Layden voice, per se, but I'm giving him close to my later Layden voice. Which is very deep. I don't think I get hit by later voice for right now, but it's like, it's... Every puzzle has an answer kind of stuff, like, very, very deep. Nonetheless, I'm hoping he'll be of assistance in investigating the particulars of the case. Gregory and Eddie, it's an honor to meet you both. My job as a defense attorney is to save my clients from wrongful convictions. So the first thing to do is establish whether or not he is truly innocent. I'm trying to give it, he's a deeper voice than Edward, but I feel like they should have the same, like, intonation. Perhaps we can begin by having you tell us a little about yourself. What am I thinking? I haven't even told you my name. I am Samson Tangara. Interesting. I don't know how I feel about Jeff Master was really iconic. I don't know. Samson Tangara. One second. Let me look this up. Ace Attorney Wiki, my friend. A wiki. Give me my Ace Attorney Wiki. It's fun because I can actually look up things. Because I've played the game. Samson Tangara. What's the name pun here? Most of the English names are derived by religious figures. Samson was a biblical judge who lost his great strength and was imprisoned, with parallels able to be drawn to a character growing old and feeble during his time in prison. Tangara is a Maori god of the sea and other bodies of water, similar to his Japanese surname. Additionally, his surname is a play on tango, partner dance. Reference to Bacon Bop with Samson. Yeah, okay. Interesting. I like it. Samson. That's cool. Okay, I can mess with that. I didn't mean to do that. Look at your badge, Gregory. Is this your badge number here on the back? That's right. The number itself doesn't mean much, of course. Well, if it doesn't really matter, then I want mine to be a string of repeating digits. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that, and then I want to see what Miles' one number on the back looks like. I'd actually pay to see that. That's really cute. Badge is in the shape of a sunflower, right, Mr. E? Well, actually, Miles' would be different because it's a prosecutor badge. Never mind. I was Yeah, whatever. Does it have some kind of special meaning, or... It does. Sunflowers follow the sun, correct? In other words, they're always face the light. This is the attorney's do. Should always aim to have you on the side of liberty and justice. Wow, then I'm gonna work hard to be just like a sunflower when I'm an attorney. Still need to compare? Yeah. I have no doubt that you will. That's really cute. Wait, what did he say about it? 1 second. Polishing it every day has just become another part of my daily routine. Oh, that's really cute! What? It really is you! Samson Sakura, the world-famous great confectioner? You flatter me, my young friend. Call me Samson. All my pals do. He kind of has an Asgore voice, which is very unintentional, but I guess it works. Wow, thanks, Samson. I will. Can't believe I'm meeting you in person. Seems Eddie knows something of our client. Mr. E, it's the Samson Tangaroa, the singing, dancing, confectionery making sensation. What shall we make today, kids? Oh my god, Eddie looks so cute! Macarons, waffles with cream, chiffon cakes that are light as a dream. Laugh and sing, smile, it's true. All that sweetness waiting for you. Look there, where? Over there. The oven's got something special to share. Now let's see what we've got for you. That's really cute. That's absurdly cute. Oh, I almost started dancing along. This is so cute. I can't take this. This cake is so good. Sorry, I'm normal. No way. I'm gonna sing with the Samson Tangaroa? This is a dream come true. Huh, thanks, little pal. It's a lot to hear you say that. That was not his voice, but it's okay. My apologies, but I think we need to discuss the matter at hand. Of course. I'm sure you're both very busy. Alright, where would you like me to start? Talk about yourself. So you're not just a confectioner, but also a singer and a dancer. I sure am. While I'm having fun, my body just starts moving. You must really enjoy making desserts. Haha, wouldn't be much a confectioner if I didn't. I live to make sweets that will bring joy to others. Hey, they're not just things, they're works of art. Sparkling, dazzling, mouth-watering creations. That stuff are what dreams are made of. So he aims to create joyous and inspirational pieces, does he? I want you to see my badge. Thank you for agreeing to represent me. The scales on my badge mean something, Mr. Tangaroa. They represent justice and fairness. We'll see to it that you get a fair trial. And if you're innocent, you will walk free. But until then, I'm going to need you to sit tight and trust me. I will. I do. Thank you. I understand that the incident in question happened at your mansion. It did. We were holding an international confectionery contest there when a body was found inside one of my creations. Oh, look at him! Look at Isaac Dover. Heard this music gives me nostalgia for 2 years ago. Same, though. Inside one of your... No way! What's his name? Isaac Dover's name? I think I've seen Isaac Dover's name, but I don't remember what it is. Or Pierre Holcat, whatever. The detective in charge placed me under arrest, and because of it, and now here I am. But I could never take a life. Never. I'm sure the police will see that too in time. They'll realize their mistake. I sure hope so. And what can you tell us about the victim? His name is Artie Frost. Artie Frost? Okay. I don't know how I feel about Artie, but Frost does work. For obvious reasons. For plot reasons, I mean. Interesting. Interesting. 1 sec, I'm looking this up. Again, I have Ace Attorney Twitter app. I could look this up. Artie Frost. Oh. Okay, Artie Frost. Oh, okay, yeah, they're both spoiler reasons. Yeah, it's just playing around the word frost, which I get, that does make sense given the case. But still. He was taking part in the contest. Mr. Frost was a wonderful confectioner. His creations are things of real beauty. I just don't understand. Why did he have to die? I finished the OG trilogy around February 2022. I was so sad that I couldn't play any more games on my Xbox, so I scrounged around for the abandoned family PC to learn how to do emulation. That's awesome, yeah. Well, I played it... Well, okay, I didn't play Ace Attorney 1 or 2. I watched RT play it. RT game. Let me see, RT game. Ace Attorney. Let me see. When was his Justice for All final case? Justice for All was 2 years ago, December 18th, 2021. He started playing it, June 23rd, 2021. Okay. Yeah. Alright, and then I finished 2, 4, and I got really hooked on it. And then what I did after that, I played AAI1 first, because I didn't realize the usual way to play the games. Then I played Trials and Tribulations after caving and actually buying the game. And then I played AAI2, then I played Ace Attorney 4, then I played The Great Ace Attorney 1 and The Great Ace Attorney 2. Then I watched Layton vs. Wright, and then I played Ace Attorney 5 and Ace Attorney 6. And then I played Layton vs. Wright for myself after that. And Ace Attorney Investigations 2 again when I streamed it. So, yeah, and then and then I had like a 6 months break in there, and then I finally finished playing Ace Attorney Investigations 2 and started Layton vs. Wright streaming wise. And that's all on the bot channel, so that's all good. Oh yeah, it was an interesting road. Thankfully, I can be someone that can be like, this is usually how people play the Ace Attorney series, if you would like to know. So I could be that type of reference for people if people ask. Not that there's really any real way to play it, but usually people start with the trilogy, obviously. But, you know, they could probably start from The Greatest Attorney 2. The Greatest Attorney 1 as well, but I don't know. It's interesting. I don't understand. Why did he have to die? I'm sorry. He seems genuinely upset over the victim's death. Call Justice Investigations want to move chronologically from there. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. That's a pretty understandable way to go through it. I think I have a pretty good measure of the man now. Mr. Tangaroa, there's one last thing I need to confirm with you. You didn't kill Mr. Frost, correct? Oh, that's great. That's fun. That's fun. Correct. I swear to you I didn't do it. Like I told you, I couldn't take a life. Never. He seems quite sincere. Alright, gonna take you at your word. Thank you for being so forthright with me. Likewise, it's good to talk to somebody other than those detectives. I think I have a really good voice for Jeff Master. I really like that voice so far. We'll head to the scene of the crime and see what we can learn. We'll be in touch when we have something more to tell you. Goodbye, Gregory. Goodbye, Eddie. I'm counting on you both. Goodbye, Jeff Meister. Oh my god, Catherine Hall. She's so silly. Oh, I know what she's doing here. Uh-oh. It's pretty cold out there, Mr. E. I never saw so much snow. Yes, and it doesn't seem like it'll be letting up anytime soon. Look at this place. What a sweet house Samson's got. It's huge. Yes, big enough to hold an international confectionery contest, no less. Welcome, everyone. Come on in and we'll have some fun. Oh, no. Oh my god. Oh my god, Gregory Sprite. Gregory Sprite looked very tasty. Oh, look at that Sprite. Look at that Sprite. Look at that Sprite. That was also a really great Catherine Hall Sprite. But look at that Sprite. He's so stanced. It's great. I love it. Oh no. Are you alright? I'm sorry. You have to be Mr. Gregory Edgeworth by the chance that's not her voice? I would. It would be a pleasure to meet you. I'm Eddie Fender, Mr. Edgeworth's defense assistant. Not defense attorney, he's an assistant now. Welcome, Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Fender. Welcome to our humble abode. Judy Bounds. It's an honor to meet you both, Judy Bounds. Jury Bounds? What is the pun here? I mean, I guess Jury Bounds? Is it like... Oh, I think I know what this is. Also, I love this song. Do you guys know this song is really good? Yeah. It's a play on the phrase duty bound. That's really good. Because she is duty bound. Oh, that's really nice. Duty bound. It's an honor to meet you both. I'm the housekeeper here, and Mr. Tangaroa's assistant. You're no housekeeper. You're the Judy Bounds. You know a little something of my work. A little. I watch you on TV every chance I get. I'm Bacon Bob's biggest fan. It's very kind of you to say so. We do nothing without our fans. Young Fender, he's so silly. He's a silly Billy. How are you doing, Doobie? What's up? And what might Bacon Bob be? Look at them! They're so cute! I love them. How's the localization been so far in this game? This localization has been phenomenal. Like, I cannot even tell you how fantastic it is so far. I'm enjoying it quite immensely. It's so funny. It's only the biggest show on TV. Every kid on the planet loves it. The dynamic duo of Samson and Judy make delicious sweet stuff, all while singing and dancing. I love Ace Attorney Investigations 2. Ace Attorney Investigations 2 is freaking phenomenal. Like this. Check it out. Oh. What shall we make today, kids? Cooking dough, caramel, tiramisu. Everyone, come along. Baking treats with a smile and song. There, oh, where, who, there, it's true. The oven's got something special for you. Just take a bite and you will see. Oh my god, her little... God, it's so cute! It is really good looking at the fan translations for comparing. There are some, there's the records that people have done on the Wayback Machine for AAI2 localization. Let me grab it, actually. Someone found it on the Wayback Machine and then linked it, which is good because it's no longer on the Ace Attorney wiki because they took it off because they're rude and mean and cruel. That's a joke. But also, you know, let me see if I can find this. Let me see. Is it not showing up? I swear to God I bookmarked this. There. There. Okay, yes, I found it. There we go. I mean, it is on the Wayback Machine, so technically it is there, but I do also think it's worth preserving. I'm a bit bummed that they decided to take that down, but like, whatever. Anyway, yeah, so that's the link. I would suggest bookmarking that for Wayback Machines for each of the cases. That was a wonderful performance, Mr. Fender. Bravo. I dance along every time I watch the show. Perhaps Miles may enjoy it too. Oh, he's a little boy. I'll suggest it later. But all this dancing really takes it out of a guy. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm the world's worst hostess. Here, nothing relaxes the body and mind quite like a cup of tea. He's thinking of the sun. Starts crying and sobbing and screaming. Oh my god, they have the little teacups! Oh, they're so cute! Oh! This first part of this case is joyous. I am having so much fun right now. Ah, this is Selah, right? Correct? I don't know if I said that right. Don't judge me if you like tea. I don't care about tea, so I don't know what the names are. It's delicious. Its citrus aroma is said to improve one's ability to concentrate, as I recall. Interesting. So that's what Ceylon tea tastes like, huh? How odd. The saucer's cold. Yes, it's so that the tea cools down more quickly, I'm afraid. Some of our guests don't like it too hot. I see. Teacups are very unique too. Their design is really something. You think so? Thank you very much. I ordered them all the way from France. They're my absolute favorite. They are designed by a marvelous sculptor named Paul Halik. Paul Halik? What is that name, Pon? That's for Pierre Hoquet, right? Let me see. Paul Halik for Pierre Hoquet. It's an alternate spelling of his original Japanese name. Oh, interesting. Because his original unofficial version was Pierre Hoquet, which is hiccup, which was with the French word for hiccup for Hoquet. And Pierre Hoquet sounds like parrot in French. But it's interesting that they didn't really put a name pun for that one. I mean, I guess it's fine. I just think it's interesting. Halik, I guess. Paul Halik. Have you heard of him? He makes the most amazing tableware in the world. You're clearly a big fan of his work. Oh, I am. The teacups are my greatest treasure. She's certainly not afraid to show when she's passionate about something. If you don't mind, Mr. Mouse, I'd like to move on to the reason why we're here. Can you tell us everything you know about the unfortunate incident that occurred earlier? I of course. Sorry for getting distracted. I guess I'm still in shock. Because I'm the one who found the body, you see. You discovered the victim. Is it true that the body was recovered from inside one of Mr. Tangaroa's creations? It is. We were in the middle of the contest, final judgment phase, when we heard the sound of something big collapsing coming from Samson's room. Samson, are you here? That's a DGS sound effect. Did they have the same sound effect in the original version and I'm just misremembering it? That's from The Great Ace Attorney. It's the sound that's played whenever Sholmes falls down in his aggressive fashion. His incredibly dramatic fashion. Interesting. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah! I would remember that. I mean, I'll probably check. This is a rhetorical question. I don't expect anyone to know that. But if so, that's crazy. I could probably look it up at some point. I opened the door and went inside, and there was Mr. Frost's body. Thank you. I am sorry to make you relive such a traumatic experience. Think nothing of it, please. I only wish I had more to tell you. Now, if you don't mind, Mrs. Val, I'd like to begin our investigation of the crime scene. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Fender, you have to save Samson. He is no murderer. He could have never have done something like that. Of course. Let's leave it to us, Miss Bound. Thank you so much. We'll serve the others their tea then. Come, Eddie, to the scene of the crime. Yes, sir, Mr. E. Mr. E? Like mystery? Oh my god! Sorry, I'm normal. This is so normal of me. Oh my god, wait, where is this? I want to find where this is. There it is. Let's just take a look at these guys. Oh, look at them go. They look so cool. Hi, Bad. I missed you. I missed you a lot. No way! Everything in this room is made of chocolate! I can't believe I'm getting to see so many of Samson's creations this close and personal. I might be more excited myself, as this room wasn't a murder scene. Ugh, just hearing you say that sends a shiver down my spine. It might be the temperature in here. It's rather cold. Yeah, now that you mention it, it is pretty chill. Achoo! Bad. Defense on the scene already. That was fast. We're gonna have so many good Greg Bad moments. It's gonna be great. Pleasure to meet you, Gregory Edgeworth. I'm representing to Mr. Tangaroa. This is my assistant, Eddie Fender. Nice to meet you. Bad. Detective Tyrell Bad. Detective in charge is named Bad. Man, a few words. Oh, look at this, right? Oh, he eat it. Oh, something about this doesn't taste right. you're eating your notepaper. He likes to chew over his thoughts rather literally, I'm afraid. It helps him it helps him digest and remember them. It's a little quirk of his. Please try to ignore it. Although I'd be the first to admit it's easier said than done. With introductions out of the way, Detective Bad, would you mind if we join you in your investigation of the scene? Sorry, not gonna happen. What? How come? Mr. Edgeworth is Mr. Tangaroa's attorney. Yeah, and attorneys will do anything to get him off the hook. Even put words in their client's mouth. Think I need that on my crime scene? Mr. Edgeworth would never do something like that. I don't trust attorneys. Okay, kid? Detective, you established my client's supposed guilt based on an investigation of a crime scene, correct? That's usually how it works, yeah. What of it? They send me the same courtesy. I believe he is innocent, but I would like a chance to prove it. You believe he's innocent? You didn't even see the scene yet. That's some flimsy lawyering. That's exactly why I wish to see the scene for myself. I need to ensure my belief is based on solid evidence and sound reasoning. You about to tell me you're not leaving until I let you look over the scene? I am. Fine. Knock yourselves out. Thank you, Detective. But I'm coming around with you. Like I said, I don't trust attorneys. If you're good with that, go ahead and get to it. That was a lollipop this whole time? I must admit I didn't see that coming either. Hi, Greg. Greg Bad. We better get started then. We'll need you to take notes, Eddie. On it, Mr. E. Let's get this over with. Yay! We're gonna stop here. But that's so exciting. I love them so much. Did you guys know I really like them? Just a little bit. Just a wee bit. I kinda enjoy them. Let's see. Let's see who we could raid. Give me 1 second. We might, Sylphin's playing Hollycur Save the Fans, which seems pretty interesting. I haven't switched scenes yet, because there's no music on this scene. Oh, there is now! Oh, no, there isn't. Oh, wait, you can still listen to it here. There we go. Awesome. Me with Emmy, yeah. I love them, I love them so much. Alright. Go give some love to Sylphin. They are playing cool game and fun game. And so we're not gonna be back until next weekend. Hopefully, I'm planning, hopefully, on being around for some more Sea of Stars on Saturday, and then on some Sunday we're gonna do more AAI2, and we're gonna get even further into this case, and I'm very, 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 very excited. This case is a long one, if I remember correctly, but it's a fun one, so that's what's joyous to me. I'm very excited to see what they do with this. And yeah, I'll be around, and yeah, I don't know. I have not really anything else to say. Thank you guys for stopping by. This is very fun, and I hope you guys had a good time as well as me. If you want to join us for the raid, please put in their chat *raid, which is what we usually do for a raid message, or if you have the emotes, then spam the emotes. And yeah. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you guys around. And bye-bye.